checketh the stream.
In a second, yo.
We're here.
Welcome
We're here.
back,
Stream
everyone. Welcome back to the next exciting installment of the Journeyman Questers. But I should say, boil up a pot, take a seat by the hearth, and enjoy a fine brew with the Journeyman Questers.
Oh, what a lovely brew! Boil my pot. Boil my pot hard.
Boil me.
Boil me. So that was great. I'll put the music on because I haven't done that.
Oh, fab.
I don't know what's going on now.
Oh, no, that's a shame.
So this week, we are following our day episode, our day-long live stream in the flesh episode. We're back to using Roll20 again and being online. Because although it was fun to see everyone's face in the flesh, you know, sometimes
it's not practical,
much,
is it?
You know? It's a bit much.
It's not practical.
I don't miss your
It's too much seeing all of you. As much as I enjoy playing D&D with you, I realise how much I hate you.
It was an assault. I found it was an assault on the nose.
Assault on the nose.
I
glee for the eyes, you know.
Yeah. I find myself being confused sexually and angry.
Was this the lotion incident?
It was a sensual fucking
Yeah,
tornado.
that's exactly what. So I mean, to give details, I found myself within minutes of meeting these fuckers, lathering Mike's enormous hairy back with Aftersun.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if anyone goes back and watches the stream, Mike is so horrifically sunburned. It was right.
Yeah.
We played right in the cusp of Bank Holiday weekend, right on the cusp of the first of the real sun in the UK. And as we all know, as soon as there's a bit of sun, everyone's out. They think they're just on holiday, and because it's the first bit of sun, no one remembers about putting sun cream on. Yet every year the same thing happens, and there's so many people so burnt. Mike
May and June, just full of human lobsters.
Normally I'm pretty good. However,
Hey!
Yeah, I fell asleep.
Shout out to Chris. Chris is back. Good to
Oh,
see you,
yes, Chris.
Yeah, get
Good to see you,
your
bud.
dinners in the chat, please. We
Let
want
us
to
know
know
what you're nibbling on.
eating.
I'm probably going to have vegan pizza. Theo, you've just had some delicious-looking udon with some tofu.
Just a mixture of two good things, not many good things, three good things. So I had udon noodles, which just, you know, it's great that you can buy those bad boys like in the Tesco now, and some chili garlic sauce to go on top, and then topped off with some weird like kind of tofu thing coated in breadcrumbs. It was good and quick.
What about you, Mike? What are you eating?
I had vegan macaroni cheese with garlic roasted broccoli and kale.
Ooh.
That's
Oh,
good.
damn.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
that's
damn.
legit.
And Roop?
I will be having, in around an hour, delicious mushroom Kievs with a broccoli mash and some butter fried asparagus,
Broccoli mash.
lightly salted.
Oh,
Broccoli mash.
Yeah.
Boil the potatoes, boil the broccoli, whack in some butter, bit of salt and pepper, smash it up.
Sounds good.
I mean,
Sounds
you
like
won't be
gold.
doing this. Your lovely woman will be doing it. I
A
think,
smashed
right?
broccoli.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Zook meal if I ever heard it.
Green mash.
So on this isn't the first stream of the week. Weirdly enough, we were lucky enough, or you were lucky enough at home, to be blessed with a kind of impromptu extra stream that we're going to start doing on a Tuesday, hosted by Theo, none other than Theo. Basically, a kind of chat. How would you define it, Theo?
So the idea behind it is that we pick a sort of subject every week and we'll do a deep dive into it, sort of sharing our experience, our knowledge, and you'll also get a bit of an opportunity to get to know us and also the characters that we play in our regular campaign.
Mm-hmm. So we just did one. It was with me and Rupert, Zook, and
that's
obviously
great.
with Theo. And we learned a little bit more maybe about Zook's history and how we came up with our backstories. And it was mainly we were kind of discussing on how to build a narrative-based character. You know, how do you build a character at level 1 with a really cool backstory without it being unbelievable or not working with your power level and the mechanics that kind of go with being level 1. Super interesting. Check it out. Chris says giant samosa, rice and sauce. That sounds really
giant
good.
samosa.
How big
Never
is
had
a
one.
giant samosa?
Yeah,
If
we
that's
need-
your dinner.
We need measurements.
Yeah,
fucking huge.
giant
Yeah.
samosa, rice, but also with sauce on it. I want to know what is this?
What's the sauce
Is
specifically?
it like a curry?
It could
What
be
rice?
Yeah, we need more details, Chris. We'll come back to you in a bit. However, I think we should.
Can you measure the samosa in weight and diameter?
You've got him going now. We're never going to start.
I mean,
Okay.
when something is said that it's big, it's giant. Mike is
Yeah.
suddenly
Is
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Is
wait,
the
what?
On a
samosa bigger
scale
than
of 1
Dutch?
to
Is
Dutch.
it, yeah, on a scale of 1 to Dutch, how big is the samosa? We're talking 12 centimeters equilateral. Wow. Yeah. That's
Okay.
big. Yeah, that's big time.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Well, interestingly, in equilateral triangle, right, is the like
That's not big. That's not a giant samosa.
No, 12 centimeters.
12 centimeters.
That is 12.
I was thinking inches.
Look
that's
at him.
pretty
He
big
went and got
samosa.
the tape measure to hand. A real Warhammer player. Anyway,
Look. So, no, that's the
inches.
we're
standard
moving
size
on now.
one
We've
No,
get
we're
from,
moving
like,
on
fucking
quickly.
Jackson's.
samosas. So, let us jump into the session. So, last time, the Gypsies of Fortune. You find yourselves in Xanthar City, the capital of the Empire of the Moon, a humongous, sprawling metropolis where Dylan and Dutch, our half-elf, half-orc brothers, grew up on the streets and then eventually became part of the Dock Rats gang. One of the kind of gangs within Xanthar City. There were lots and lots of different gangs. You've done a few things in the city. You came to the city to begin with Celeste on her sort of behest. No rhyme intended. With her child, which you, with a procession of nobles through the Andriont, the kind of like noble district plateau area in the center of the city. You made your way to the Grand Temple of Saloon, this huge, amazing temple. Ruthus, you all saw that the Emperor himself was there, this old wizened elf, and an angelic creature descended from the moonlight, took this babe, and absconded with it. Well, took it off to essentially a kind of another realm, perhaps another place, a heaven type thing. Celeste was obviously upset. But you were led back to some very nice rooms within the Andriont, sort of near the Cinnamon Inn, an area called the... remind me, Rupert, you're much better remembering things than I am. The ward, what was the ward called?
Ephemeral Wing.
The Ephemeral Wing, that is it. Thank you very much. The Ephemeral Wing being this kind of like neighborhood of the Andriont where guests, ambassadors, things like that will stay. You had an entire suite to yourselves. You made the most of it. You drank. You ate delicious food. And once the night was done, you woke up, Zook feeling extremely hungover, and Richter having poofed out of existence with his magical goods. Except for at least his attuned magical goods, everything else kind of left there. So his armor, his the bag of holding, even his undergarments in the bed still. Where he had gone, you were unsure, but you knew that this has happened before, and you weren't too worried. So you set about during the day, getting on with certain business you needed to take care of in the city. The brothers of Xanthar decided to head to see their father, Elderwick Grey, encountering some of the Parrot gang within the Bard Ward, the 5th Ward, who gave you some kind of information as to the state of current affairs with Dutch and your escape from the city to begin with, and gave you some directions to the house. You got to your father's tower, the Elderwick mansion, which you had never previously visited. You're not sure how old it is. You can imagine that your father doesn't often spend too much time in one place. He was constantly moving about, but in his old age now, and in his supposed frailty, he's seemingly taken up residence here. You saw Yunin, your half-brother, the Asimar sorcerer, with his shadow hound, very shy, still very much the same character as you'd met previously in Thaldoral, the great dwarven city, very far away. He was pleased to see you, and pleased that you'd received a letter. But there was a woman, a new gold digger type, if you will, that had. You're unsure whether they are married or not, but she's been selling everything: the carpet, the nails, the kitchen sink. She has been scrapping as much as she could from the actual tower itself, and as far as you know, pawning it off for money. You spoke with your father, who seemed to be in and out of kind of memory loss, maybe dementia or Alzheimer's is afflicting him. He also looked much older than previously. Perhaps Elderwick, with his bardic powers, was kind of using magic glamours to change his appearance to be younger than you'd ever really known him to be. Harsh words, difficult words were spoken with an absent father, a father who clearly wasn't a good father to you. Perhaps slightly better to Yunin, him being the kind of prodigal son. And Dutch, then you had some conversation too. He remembered you very vividly, but unfortunately there was no sorrow or kind of guilt to any of his words. He seemed to think that what he had done was justified, and even mentioned that you should thank him for him taking you out of that, or not killing you, or whatever it was. But you made your peace at that moment, and Dutch did an incredible thing. It was a really great kind of character arc moment where you'd said time and time again throughout the years of this campaign that Dutch had said that he would kill Elderwick if he met him again, but you chose not to, and instead just left him there to live out his days old and senile. Another character turned up to the mansion. Another half-brother known as Tem, a tall, very menacing-looking, midnight black-skinned, black-haired tiefling. Clearly, Elderwick, having a son of divine birth, equally has a son of infernal birth. Tem being the oldest of Elderwick's children. First time you'd met Tem. Tem also spoke with Elderwick, and you thought that your conversations with Elderwick had gone badly. His, probably one of the worst out of anyone's. Elderwick didn't want anything to do with him, even shouting and scorning him for even returning. So Tem, with that, and seeing his father, the waste that his father had become, he felt satisfied in that. And so, for a time, you kind of talked and discussed with him, sharing some stories. You went to the tavern to have a drink. Meanwhile, Rufus and Zook headed to the Mages University, where they performed a great act of magic before a crowd of students, in hopes to engage some of the teachers or lecturers of the university to see them as they required knowledge. And indeed it worked. A great Goliath wizard turned up, halting some of your magic, while the headmaster, along with a few other teachers, scurried behind, and you were eventually allowed to speak very briefly with the headmaster himself of the university. You learned some information regarding some topics that you wish to know. However, not all was maybe as useful as you'd hoped. He sent you to someone else who he thought would be able to help you further. Clearly, kind of a bit of a lesser known or less reputed mage. However, he proved to be much more useful, and kind of maybe it backfired on him slightly. So you learnt a variety of things. We won't need to go into those. And then you began to head back to meet up with the others. The others back at the mansion, learning that there was indeed a vault in Elderwick's mansion, a vault that would lead to somewhere where the lady of the house had not managed to get her claw hands on. Somewhere perhaps with a great amount of wealth, items in Elderwick's possession that he didn't want anyone else to touch, items that he had previously mentioned weren't in the house, or at least Una had never seen. One being a relic of Dutch's peoples, as well as a relic of Tem's mother, or someone to do with Tem. You haven't really asked. So with that intrigue, Tem wanted to join you in this quest. However, to open the door, you needed some kind of bard. So you went to the Bardic district and spoke again with Sequarius, who was you kind of thought maybe the leader of the Parrots, but clearly just a higher ranking member, who said he'd send someone along for some information. You traded information. And meeting up with everyone, you made your way back to the tower and entered the vault. Sequarius himself turning up to be the one that you had promised a portion of the gold would go to the Parrots. All magical items and the other section of gold would go to you. I believe it was 60-40, or was it 50-50?
50-50 on the gold, and we got the items.
It was 50-50 on the gold, but you kept the items. Not knowing how much gold necessarily is in there. Martin will join us with Tem shortly. He is just heading home from work, and equally we will have Richter back. Aidan is also heading back from work.
Hey.
Could you send Martin the Zoom link so that he can join when he gets back?
Yeah, I can do that.
Cool.
I shall.
Post it in the chat.
So, yeah, don't post it in the chat on the stream. Definitely don't do that. So you, using Sequarius's performance abilities, not having Richter with you, he sung to the door, and the door came alive, a great mouth opening up in the brass metallic door, and it told a story in which you needed to participate, a story of Elderwick on this journey, a story of a jack of all trades, a bard that is capable of most skills and feats. And the challenge went through a series of skills, all of the skills to be precise, woven into this story, in which you were very successful. As a group of 6 or more, you all had, you were all good at various different things, and you were permitted entry to the door knowing you weren't Elderwick, clearly challenging you further, although perhaps sensing a blood relatives. So you entered into Elderwick's vault. You swam through blackness, down and down, until gravity kind of switched and you ended up hitting the ground using some feather fall to a kind of large chamber. The roof above you suddenly materializing or appearing maybe from illusion, just stone. You were inside a contained room with no exit. There were 8 different kind of cubbies to the room, or pedestals, each a different slight color, each pedestal above containing a different musical instrument. You worked out that the glyphs and sigils on some of these pedestals were related to different schools of magic. And upon trying to use these and perform, glyphs lit up in the center of the room. However, not all went to plan. Even using some of the... What was the spell you used to give charisma, Zook?
Enhance ability. Eagle wings burst from the back of their head.
Is it the eagle one for charisma?
Yeah, it's Eagle Splendor.
You managed to, quite effectively, using Sequarius's performance abilities, and Zook using the flute, which you're proficient in, managed to do most of the challenge completely unfazed until you got to the necromancy, which unfortunately Sequarius was not proficient in, I believe. Anyway, the challenge failed, and subsequently a trap was triggered in which these greater zombies seemed to appear. Many of them. A long and lengthy fight ensued that maybe in-game only was about 5 minutes, maybe actually probably less than that, maybe a minute or 2 minutes. You took some severe damage, as these zombies were not as easy as you previously predicted. Let me put temple music on. However, eventually clearing this chamber, breathing hard and heavy, having fought these incredibly difficult undead that seemed just relentless, you finished the puzzle, not only finishing the necromancy pedestal, which caused the zombies to immediately kind of fall to the ground and turn to ash and blow away, but managed to finish the sigil, as the sigils were actually timed and began to kind of fade. You'd have to have redone them. You did have to redo one of them, but luckily it was a success. Dylan even going down during that fight, I believe, but being helped up by Sequarius himself as he leapt over you, casting a healing word. So all standing here, looking down, you see where the sigil was. It's opened up into a spherical black hole, like a door. You all kind of walking up to it, peering down and through. You could see another room far below, the glistening of gold. And that is where we'll pick up today's session. Quite a lengthy catch up, but it was a very lengthy session. Very lengthy.
It was a long session.
I may have messed things out, but I'm sure viewers will correct me. So as you all stand around this hole looking down, shimmering gold beneath in a faraway room. Good luck, Gypsies of Fortune. Good luck.
What on earth is your father playing at, Brother Drag? That was horrific.
He was never one to do things in half measures, it seems.
He knows things. How's he create that? Those undeads, they're strong, vicious.
For all his arrogance, indeed he was extremely powerful.
Probably where he gets the arrogance from.
In my experience, sometimes arrogance comes without the experience, but apparently not in this case.
Well, whatever it is, lockdown here, we're doing okay. think if we keep working together, we can probably push through and find what's at the bottom of this cavern. How's everyone doing? You look rough.
I don't feel so good. They had a good go at me, those undead creatures.
I feared they might eat you alive. Dutch, you look okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I could be better, but I'm not, like, dying. Sorry, yeah.
If I'm honest, I'm not doing too well. Although, I have a few tricks up my sleeve. That was a close one.
Aquarius, thank you for helping me when I fell.
Yeah, well, you know, deal's a deal. Said it'd help. 50% of the gold, don't you forget.
Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. Speaking of which, how long do you think we have until this closes?
Well, the instruments didn't last long, so I feel like time is not something we have in abundance. We could perhaps try and get through the door down into the next chamber and then have a sit down, nurse our wounds.
Remind me, Tashi, I think looking down, we saw the glint of gold beneath us.
Yeah, so you can just see blackness again, just like empty black space, but far below, stationary is just faintly. It looks like you're looking top down, bird's eye view of a small room, and you can see the faint glinting of kind of gold-like objects or coins. You're not sure.
Brother, you've got another use of that featherfall spell, haven't you?
Perhaps.
So should we still jump down the hole?
This will be my last use of it. Yes.
That was very useful. I have something that can maybe make us get less hurt as we fall, but nothing as good as your spell.
Well, shall we?
Yeah.
Aye. Let's go.
Ruthus knowingly nods.
Okay, we I'll float in, turn around, and just drop through the hole, smiling at my companions.
It's weird. You kind of drop in and you begin to kind of float, like you slow and hit water almost. And as you're floating in this blackness, you look up and you can just see, essentially, you don't see the edge. It's just a spherical, like almost door through to the room you're previously in. And as you kind of begin floating, you feel the gravity slowly sucking you downwards towards this. It's not immediate from that room to this room. But the gravity begins taking you all, and you begin plummeting. And it's a weird sensation because there's nothing about you, nor is there really any air. As you fall, your clothes seem to ripple. There must be something in this space as you're able to breathe. There's no wind.
So I haven't cast the spell at this point, have I?
No, you're rushing down, but it's weird because the room beneath you, because there's nothing else to kind of judge on. It's just like you're not moving. You get that kind of sucking sensation as you're falling, but it's just like it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger coming towards you because there's nothing else to kind of see.
Yeah.
It's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. It's getting bigger as it rushes up.
Yes, as I realise that that it's definitely coming at speed, I'll activate Featherfall.
You all just slow down in the air and slowly descend. You actually descend at a fairly rapid pace. Featherfall actually doesn't entirely. It's not like fight. It's still like 60 feet around. So you do come down quite hard, but not enough to damage you. You all down into this room. The chamber is much smaller than the one previously. And again, as you all land, once you're in the chamber, you look up and it's a stone roof. Looking about the chamber that you're currently in, you can see it is just a treasure trove. There's gold coins just piled up in the corners of the room. even the edges, some just scattered about across the stone floor. There's a few large chests, kind of half buried in some of the gold stacks, some pushed up against the sides. There's some barrels, kind of like fine-looking, dark mahogany oak barrels that are corked. You know, they're sealed. There's even some kind of like some shelves, some just shelving kind of racks up on the walls that look to contain various pouches and little bowls with various maybe components in and things like that. Gazing about the room, it's actually quite stifling. Like visually, for everyone other than Draug, it's the glare from all of the shininess in the room actually makes it kind of hard to see.
What? This is bright.
Where do we start?
Well, I'm going to start looking for what I know is mine, and then it's a lot.
You don't look well.
There's a lot of gold.
We have the we have a ways to store as much gold as we could possibly desire. Sequarius, how do you intend to transport this back?
Sequarius just looks around. Well, fuck me sideways. Well, this is quite the treasure trove. Well, I came prepared, and you can see he's got a satchel on his side.
Yep.
And he just sort of taps it with a palm.
How do we even begin to divide this amount of coin?
Might take a while of counting, but hey.
Well, I'm fairly beat up. I could certainly do with a rest, but I'm certainly eager to see what my soon-to-be late father holds in such a place. Dutch, I'd be happy to assist you in whatever it is that you search for. Perhaps if you could give me a more detailed description.
I've never seen it, but he said it was armor from my people.
So of orcish made.
I presume so, yeah.
Do you know what that sort of material would be? Do you know how it would be fashioned, how it would be forged?
Tashi, from my time spent with the orcs near Miri, would I have a good eye for what I presume would be orcish, like crafted things? So, like, would it be more hides and stuff like that? And
yeah, you imagine that. I mean, you've got a good idea of from the orcs of the peak, of the Ashlian Mountains, the Ashlian Peaks. You've got a good idea of their customs from spending so much time up there during that year. You imagine it could be hide, it could be different skins, maybe even bone, maybe some metal. I mean, the armor that the orcs of the peaks wore, they didn't really use any metal at all.
no,
It was mainly bone and hide. If anything, Dylan's one with more of an idea from his memory of your tribe.
Well, perhaps it would be best if I brought Dylan out to have a look. He might have a better idea of what we're looking for. And with that, I grow taller and the hair thickens, and I take on my hybrid form.
Take it on.
And so do I remember what once I've done that? Do I remember what the armor would look like?
Roll me a just roll me an intelligence check.
18.
You do. You remember quite vividly that the tribe in which Dutch you originally went to, although it's fairly painful memories. Hey, oh, Martin, Martin's here. In which case,
no, wait. I'm just about to cycle home. I wanted to listen to you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen in, and if you can chip in. Feel free. I'll just change the settings so that it hides video participants, and then it goes back to normal. Cool.
Yeah. Get involved, but mind that London traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice one. All right, I'm on mute now.
Okay.
I'll see you guys in about 20.
Nice.
Nice.
So yeah. You remember that Dutch's tribe was, although you're not really sure where, because Elderwick just teleported you to a place and you just went on this weird journey. It was definitely hot, almost a little sort of tropical. Well, perhaps less tropical, more like the savannah. You know, like large swathes of like long grass. It's very like really tall grass, that sort of area, kind of like the plains. And the tribe was not so heavily dressed because of this heat. The things that they mainly wore equally weren't armor. It was mainly things like bone and hide and feathers. You specifically remember them using quite a bit of feathers in their custom.
So with that, I'll start to scavenge around, seeing if I can find such a piece.
Cool. So anyone rifling through just the piles that are around, you can make me either a perception or an investigation, but at disadvantage, as the kind of sheen and the sheer amount. Well, the sheen itself is affecting the perception, but the investigation is just the sheer amount. It's difficult. It's difficult to sort through.
Okay, so just rolling an investigation at disadvantage.
Yep, and this can apply to anyone else who wants to look for anything else.
I'm gonna do it in the chat.
Yeah, I'll have a look. I got an unnatural 20 on my perception.
With disadvantage?
With disadvantage. I rolled a 5 plus 15.
Very good perception.
I rolled an 18.
And Dutch?
Oh, that's int, yeah? Oh, but disadvantage. Oh, so yeah, I'll take the 16.
Nice.
Rufus and Tem standing kind of with you. They're gonna have a search as well. I'll get them to have a look. I'll roll for Rufus. I'm gonna use my new dice.
So you have to do a bit of show and tell what they look like.
So it's like a kind of swampy looking dice. It's like blue and green. Very cool.
Nice.
Cruel boys.
Shout out to my students, who I haven't told this because for reasons. Although they're all leaving, and they were like, "You can tell us now, right?" And I was like, "Only when you've properly left."
Oh yeah. That's true. Yeah.
So Rufus is going to have a little look. Oh dear, no, Rufus, terrible. And Tem, although I don't know the stats for Tem, but give or take 1 or 2, whatever his perception is still pretty good. I rolled well with disadvantage.
I think he's like got. I don't think he's got anything in. I don't think he's got any.
Dutch, remind me what
bonus
you got.
to it.
16.
A 16. Okay, in that case, you went first, Dylan. So roll me a d12, please. In fact, no, hang on. Yeah, roll me a d12.
6.
6. You rummage through just the piles of gold, the kind of larger sections where there's kind of one big pile of gold, really. The others mainly look like they wouldn't house armor. There might be some stuff in some of the other piles, but there's one kind of large pile that's just up against one side. You begin kind of digging through. After a time, you find a diamond, a large diamond.
Ooh.
You would estimate probably worth about 1,000 gold.
Nice.
Yeah,
Rupert,
very useful.
Rupert, roll me a d12. Dutch, roll me a d12, and I will roll a d12 on behalf of Tem. Oh, and Sequarius is going to start counting gold. He's taking some of the piles and he begins stacking them into piles.
No way.
I don't know what this means, but I got a 1 on the D12.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Tem got a 10. So Tem has found a glass eye.
Oh.
So I will write that down for Tem.
Oh, Aiden just joined the stream. The Roll20.
Oh, that means he's probably logging on imminently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a paladin back.
I'll have to move all the screen round.
Yeah.
And then I'll have to move it all around.
Yes, we got a 1,000 gold diamond.
Oh, you're just putting it in the kitty.
Yeah, I recommend you guys
nice.
making a Google Doc that just.
That's
has,
such a good idea.
And
Yeah.
then you can share it, and that's the bag of withholding.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, nice.
So.
Do that now?
Yeah, Tem finds a glass eye, and Zook with the 1, you find what looks to be a small deck of cards.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Don't
Can
give
I-
it to Dutch.
It's encased in a kind of small little sort of pouch. You pull it out, and written in like sort of cursive gold writing on the box that it's in says the deck of many things.
Ooh. Oh, you know what? I think Mr. Jack might like these, and I'm going to tuck them into my jacket. My little jacket.
Sweating. What have I done? Dutch,
Fortunately,
what
Dutch
did
didn't
you
find
roll?
it.
I got a 10.
Oh, you got a 10 as well. Okay, re-roll because Tem got a 10. So re-roll.
Tem has
Tem
plus
has a
5
+5
in perception.
Oh, yeah. So Tem actually would have got 17. So yeah, Tem rolled. Traffic lights.
What I rolled re-roll the d12, yeah?
Just re-roll your d12. Yeah.
A 2.
A 2. No way. Okay, you're searching through this pile of gold until you find, just kind of in the gold, you pull it out. You see some kind of like what look to be kind of like autumnal coloured. You know, there's like oranges and kind of pale greens and kind of dark teals, feathers sticking out. You pull it out and you see in front of you, as gold pours kind of between the sections of it, these finely woven together pieces of leather. Almost like it's been, rather than a piece of tanned hide, it's been made by many, many strips of different leathers from different animals, interwoven into like a thick mesh that's created this, essentially this upper breastplate section. Woven in and amongst these are like different patterns, even kind of different, what look to be not tattoos, but like imagery etched into certain sections of the kind of bands. If you imagine all these bands of leather that are interweaving. As well as that, on the mantle section around here and down the arms are just feathers, all kind of protruding up and facing. They're all kind of different colours, all kind of like greens, teals, oranges, yellows, that kind of vibe. And as you kind of pull it out, it's got full arms, like down to here. The feathers are symmetrical, the colour choice all the way up around to the back, entirely symmetrical. You have found what looks to be, although you don't know what it's called or what it does or what it is, looks to be orcish.
Ooh!
You rolled the 2. Well done.
Yeah, that's what I needed. Fucking sick. I'm gonna see if it fits.
You begin taking your leathers off, and you begin putting these new kind of woven leathers on. It's a little small. It seemingly worn previously by maybe someone, and as you kind of squeeze in, you can feel it kind of stretching, and then it just shifts, as magic items do, to your size.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. How do I look?
Whomever wore it before you was slightly smaller than you.
Ooh.
Elderwick.
Perhaps he tried it on. Dutch turns around wearing this kind of like woven leather armor with all these feathers kind of running up the sides. He looks. It kind of reminds you of the kind of jungle orcs of the Eocene. If you remember, they use some kind of feathers in theirs. Although it's kind of more ceremonial. It's quite extravagant, and it is quite ceremonial. But as he moves in it, it just doesn't seem to make any noise. There's no kind of like creaking and scratching. And because it's all woven, it's so easy to move. Like the entire thing is very pliable and very easy to bend. And the feathers coming up the backs of your arms never really seem to get in the way.
Hey, you look like Gomaku.
I feel like a fucking king.
He puts his arms out, and it's just like he's got almost small wings, but out of feathers.
Can I have a closer inspection? Like, obviously I'm blind, so I can't see the like color of it. But can I have a quick like sort of trace over it and see if I can sort of decipher some of the arcane properties?
Sure. Roll me an Arcana check. What? I've just been given a beer. What is this? Okay.
What a treat.
Roll me an Arcana check. I'm just muting myself.
Nice.
Really
Lovely.
quick. Thank you.
That's a 26.
I'm not muted.
Ooh. When did you get so smart?
I rolled a 19 and I've got a +7. I didn't even realise I had a +7.
I'd just like to give Big Dog Richter a shout out for turning up.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey guys.
Oh, yeah.
Aiden, are you cameraing or are you non-cameraing?
Non-cameraing, I'm afraid. I'm phoning it. Sorry.
That's totally fine. Yeah. That means I don't actually have to change the setup, which is also really good.
Booyah!
Something's happening.
Status quo.
Yeah,
Status quo.
it's to do with when I checked the people entering. It's no bother.
Okay. Can you hear that?
Hear what?
That noise. It's like a repeated beeping noise.
No,
No, I'm not getting anything.
no.
Oh.
It's just you.
It might be my bird.
No, do you know what it was? I put my
Losing your
phone down
mind.
and it was on the space bar. You know, so I've
It's
got like a
just going,
sensible keyboard.
Nice.
And then I've also got
Yeah,
a second
sticky
computer,
keys.
and I've got a stupid Mac keyboard, which is really sensitive. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Who's young Stego? Who's young Stego?
It's Martin.
Rolo.
That's Martin. Is that Rolo? Or is
Yeah.
it
No, it's Martin. It's Martin.
Martin.
Oh,
yeah.
it is
Yeah.
Martin. Yeah.
It is.
Martin.
It is. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Okay, sorry, let's carry on. So,
I rolled an Arcana check.
you rolled an Arcana check. What did you get?
26.
A 26.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Man alive.
In that case, looking over these orcish leathers, there are indeed arcane sigils and glyphs woven in on certain. In fact, you can see the leathers that are woven down on the underside of the arm where the feathers are. You can see arcane sigils running down that section. Not only that, but in like minute, exquisite detail along the actual kind of middle. What's the middle section of a feather called? Like the quill bit? It's not. I don't know what it's actually called. It must be a word
like
for
the
it. I don't know.
There must be a word, yeah.
The
bussy.
etched into that, etched into that is are also small arcane glyphs.
Blimey.
With a 26, you would learn. You would learn that the type of magic that these are is transmutation. However, you are unable to ascertain with an Arcana check what exactly that does.
An orc of many faces.
I will relay this to the orc man in front of me, also known as Dutch, my half brother.
No love lost between you two.
No.
Dutch, it's some sort of changey magic. It's going to change you somehow, maybe into a tiny little bird.
Or a massive fucking bird. And then I'd fly around dropping eggs on people and killing them.
Can you smell what the rock is cooking?
Exactly.
Victor, you're not here. You have to be quiet.
I know, I'm sorry. I will stop. I'm not here.
I'm just enjoying that you're back. It feels like ages since we had you.
The
here,
gang is
so-
I
back
missed
together.
3 sessions.
Yeah, big time. So, standing there, are you taking a short rest? Did you say?
No, I want to look for shit.
Yeah, I want to just keep looking.
Okay. In that case,
I'm gonna sit down at this point and just start resting, but just kind of looking over the scene.
I do only have 9 hit points. Do you think this is wise? Do you think I should probably take a rest? Oh,
Yeah, more shit for me. Go on, have a nap.
I feel really bad, guys.
Stop exerting yourself. You're going to bleed out.
Perhaps you could do a bit of your druidy magics on me.
Oh, fine. Come here. Let me see you. I'll
Thanks.
cast Aura of Vitality, and yeah, basically, I'll roll the dice.
over
It'll
the
take
course
a
of what, a minute or?
while. It's a minute. Yeah,
Yeah.
it lasts a minute.
Okay, so while you're rolling that dice, we're gonna cut to Richter.
Oh,
So Richter,
Oh.
having our previous discussion slash mini sesh, you awake. Just as a note, did the gang put all of Richter's stuff in the bag of withholding, or did you leave it just sort of in the rooms?
I think we took it.
I feel like you said you took it, yeah. Okay. Regardless, you wake up kind of shocked, sweating. All that you have with you is your halberd.
Clutching against it like a lover.
You are dressed in absolutely nothing. You've disappeared, with just the magic items. As you remember before, a lot of the times when you vanished, you just took your cloak with you. Although you remember when you appeared in the library, you had your non-magical undergarments on. Perhaps that was to do with the library or the seeker, but you're unsure. But this time, you had essentially appeared naked.
Richter, for one of the first times, takes a moment to enjoy his new elongated gift form. Elongated in many ways.
You roll to your left, and you come face to face with a very elderly-looking man. You roll sideways, and you just hear this. I'm just gonna. In fact, he's never met you. Get out of here now, thief!
You get out of here.
These
I don't know who you are.
Bed chambers. You must leave.
Are they? Oh, I see. Very well, sir. I don't quite know how I arrived here, but would you happen to have a small cloth for my loin that I might be able to wear out of here?
I certainly would.
Unless you want everyone to know that you're sleeping with strange banana men.
I do not sleep with strange banana men. I am Elderwick
just did.
Grey. How dare you?
Wait, I know that name. Wait, that name seems familiar to me. Wait.
Get out of my bed at once.
All right. Jeez, gosh. All right. Wait a second.
At this point, the door opens and in runs a kind of late teenager that you recognize to be an Asimar. They have short, kind of metallic hair, slightly metallic skin, a very kind of a very somber look, but there's a slight kind of anxiety.
Good morning.
They come in. I need you to make a. Let me see.
First roll in many weeks.
Away.
I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw. Of course,
Wisdom saving throw. Here we go. 21.
21.
Ooh,
you feel
21.
You feel as this kid's hand reaches out. You feel it like on the inside of your head, almost like trying to squeeze your brain, trying to force its control over you.
I say this is most improper.
You almost start to feel a paralysis taking your body, but you fight back and push off and force this creature away.
You disgusting old pervert. You kidnapped me, have your way with me in your bed, and then you try to toss me out from psychic manipulations? Oh, I will speak of this from the tallest of bell towers, Elderwick Grey. Hold on, I know. Wait a minute. Hold on. Grey? I quickly use Mask of Many Faces to turn into Dylan. Does this look familiar?
Yunin, the child, the teenager, immediately is like, how do you know my brother?
Your brother? Hold on. No, wait, hold on. I turn back to my beautiful naked banana man self. I'm a traveling companion of him and his other brother, Dutch, the half-orc. Wait, brother? Maybe I did know, but I must say I am rather discombobulated this morning, afternoon, evening, this time. What the hell is going on?
And Elderwick's just like, leave this room at once. Thieves all around. Yunin,
is he all right?
take this man
away. Okay?
All
right, I will leave.
He sort of escorts you out into the hall and closes the door behind him.
Okay. Yunin, is it? Okay.
A large, shadowy mastiff leaps up at you and begins kind of slobberingly licking your face, smelling at you being naked, and kind of just like pouncing on you. Yunin tells it to get down.
Okay, what's the dog's name?
I've never given him a name.
Really? That's rather unorthodox, but I suppose it's unique. So, Yunin, is it? And you recognized Dylan just then?
You're a companion of his?
Yes. I must beg your forgiveness. I have no idea how I arrived here. We may have met before. My mind is rather clouded, but previously I would have looked like this, and I disguise self into human Richter for a moment, and then go back to Gith Richter.
Roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
Booyah! Okay. with advantage. Okay. The first one rolled as a 21.
Very
Here
good.
comes the second. Second one, not so good.
He seems to kind of relax, although he's still quite anxious. You better follow me. He kind of scratches his head.
Okay.
And
Am I still in the capital city? Am I
yes.
still in Xanthar?
Come.
I-
You're in Xanthar. You're at the Elderwick estate.
Okay. Last I remember, a bird baby was being snatched away by a bird man. Quite upsetting, actually. But yes, I will come. I will follow.
He leads
Do you have anything to cover my shame?
Oh, right. Yeah. He seems kind of.
I'm just
unfazed
flapping
by the
away
fact.
down here.
He leaves you for a sec on the landing, and you can see you're standing in quite a large tower. You look out of the window on the landing, kind of large arched window, and you can see across what looks to be just a sea of houses. There are lots of like taverns stacked on each other, smoke rising, and you can see faintly risen above in the distance. You can see what looks to be the Andrion. You can see the kind of palace and the other bits. You can even see the floating island which exists above the floating towers above the Mages University a ways off.
Getting my bearings now.
Yunin comes back out and
Hello.
hands you what looks to be some maybe of his kind of spare clothes. They're just kind of.
Thank you very much, Yunin.
They're simple kind of like fairly snugly fitted, dark cotton kind of clothes.
Okay. Do they fit well enough, or is it a little bit of a stretch?
They fit well enough. You look around the tower and you can see that there's just like it's like either someone is moving out.
Oh.
Or it's like a squat or something. You're confused. Like you can see where the rug used to go up the stairs or the carpet. It's been literally ripped out from beneath. You can see all on the walls, kind of that stain where portraits would have been. But it's just bare. It's just like down to the wood.
This is all coming back to me now. Yunin, that man just then, that was Elderwick, no? You're the father of Dylan. Well, turns out not Dutch, but Dylan's father, correct?
Yes, that's...
I was of the impression that he was a man of some means. Is everything all right with you at the moment?
Yes, he's just old. And he's losing it a bit.
Oh, no, I understood. Even the greatest and most sort of voluminous of journeys must eventually come to an end. But I meant your lodgings here. I mean no offense when I say this, but I had always been given the impression that Elderwick was a man of some resplendency, shall we say?
Yes. Well, the lady of the house has been selling everything.
God damn her! What? That's not right. That's not right.
Well, that's where I'm taking you.
Yunin, I misspoke there.
The rest of your group are currently currently in the vault. They've managed.
Oh,
to
my
get
fellows!
in and, that's where Elderwick, I think, keeps all his worldly possessions, or at least the ones he doesn't want people to get their hands on.
Oh well, if you could could you lead me there, Yunin?
You make your way up to the top floor. Where you can see there is a door ajar. Just a big mouth is just open in the wall, like a brass mouth, and inside is just blackness. But faintly in the distance, you can see what looks to be like a small top-down room. Like you're looking down on it, but from a really far distance, it's black all around.
Oh, this is fascinating, Yunin. This is quite something. Wow, they're in there, you say? We better
catch up. I'll take you. He throws his hands about him, and you feel yourself just kind of all the clothes around you just kind of ripple upwards. and
Whoa.
you just suddenly become completely buoyant as he casts.
Ooh.
He twin spells with his sorcerer ability and casts fly on both of you.
Ah! Oh, I remember
In fact,
this.
actually, no,
Yeah,
he
this
can
feels
just
good.
upcast spell, fly, and do it on both of you that way. Then he won't need to do that. Hang on, let me mark that down.
Oh, marvelous. I remember this.
Um,
Better in the air than I was on my feet.
You concentrating, you realise you don't have your halberd on you, but you're aware of
I don't.
it almost. You're aware that it is just somewhere, and you can call it to you with a bonus action. You remember you're like tied to it.
Oh, of course. Right.
Yeah, you're unaware exactly where it is, but you know that at a moment's notice it would come to you. You feel the link. The link's there.
I feel secure in my possession of my halberd. Right.
And with
Shall
that,
we?
you begin flying towards this little room. Meanwhile, everyone else, you've just been healed up, Dylan.
Thanks very much.
And you are all kind of sitting in the room. Are you searching more? Or are you resting? What did you say you were doing?
I'm going to rest.
Well, thanks to Zook here, I'm feeling a lot better. So I'm happy to take a bit more of a look around and see what I can find. Has an hour passed? Have I lost my my hybrid form yet? Or
No, only about 10 minutes has passed since you've got in this chamber.
then I'll continue to scout around, see if I can find anything of worth.
Sure.
Otherwise, I'll start looking for some start helping Sequarius count the gold, I suppose.
In which case, anyone who wants to rummage some more can roll me another investigation or perception with disadvantage.
That's 17 for myself.
17. Is it just you, Dutch? You resting?
I got a 13 to carry on looking through stuff for other stuff.
Sorry, that's 18.
I imagine Tem would look, because Tem has not found what he is looking for.
Yeah.
Ruthus will. I don't know. It's up to you. Whatever you want Ruthus to do. But I'll roll for Tem.
Is he looking roughed up, Ruthus?
Perception. It's only a 10, unfortunately, for Tem. I don't know. I actually have no idea. That
No, I can't remember if he got me
I
fairly hurt.
should have got him to send me his character sheet. That is fairly annoying, actually.
He definitely had taken some damage, I think.
Yeah, I think he'd taken a fair bit.
He was quite central in the zombies. I think maybe he would be like, a good search is in order.
You're asking about Tem here?
No,
Aha!
no, we were asking about Ruthus.
Oh, my mistake.
Although, how hurt
you
is
were.
Tem?
He was about reduced to half health.
Yeah, but Tem wants to find this relic, right?
He's looking for something important, yeah. He doesn't really care about anything else.
Okay, so I only rolled a 10 for Tem, so Tem begins looking but is unable to find anything. Dutch, you rolled a 13. You're unable to find anything out of the ordinary of worth. In the gold piles, this is. There is
Just
stuff.
gold.
There's like chests that you can see, and there's stuff on the shelves which you can see, and there's the barrels. But this is like searching the gold piles.
I might go look at the walls if that's all right then. Sorry, I didn't know there was other stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, I did say at the beginning, but
Yeah.
this is specifically searching through the gold to see if there's anything else in there.
Can I direct my search towards these shelves?
You don't need to roll for that. So what I'll do is I'll get you to.
Okay.
I'll get you to roll a d12 again for the for the coinage.
Let's roll a different one, shall I? A 3.
A 3. So, you begin searching through the gold. Tem is searching through the gold, but doesn't find anything. Dutch, you're looking through the shelves.
Yeah.
Okay, so the shelves seem to contain a sort of plethora of magic components. On the shelves, you can see there's jade dust, oils and unguents. There's what looks to be some like a golden reliquary. There's a little jar of what looks to be like glowing dust, maybe diamond dust. There's some pearls. There's basically like an array of
casting components.
Yeah, it looks like magic casting components. They're all kind of laid out quite neatly.
Odd.
Do not snort the diamond dust.
It's kind of useful.
Yeah, no, I'm going to leave all that shit for the bookie people to deal with after.
Well, here he is. In which case,
Shaboy.
let me change us to the other screen. Hey,
I'm very excited for this.
I need to move
This
everyone
character
around
illustration.
Yeah, how do I...
Hey.
Oh, Jesus Christ, ignore that. Let me just leave this. There we go. Sorry. Fix it. I'm extremely unprepared and very sweaty. I've just got home.
Sweatier the better. That's what I say.
Extremely sweaty.
Well
so
done.
Do I
Well
need
done
to pull
for
up
making it.
Twitch to get to see the real deal?
No, if you want to see the overlay and stuff, but otherwise just
Yeah.
stick with the Zoom. If you've got one screen, I'll just keep the Zoom open. To be fair.
I've got dual monitors. I just plugged them in.
Aha.
Oh, nice.
Haven't made a Roll20 account yet. Basically completely fucked, but I'm on it.
It's fine.
Just keep going. I'll try to engage.
Ashley's just
constructively.
sorting out the positioning of the video.
That's
So
exactly what I'm doing.
Oh, rad. Okay, little interlude. You got any nice sort of piano music to fill the time?
well, you can't hear the music. There is music playing, but
Oh, rad.
No, there isn't.
There is. There always
there
is.
is.
Where is the thing?
There is not.
There always is, Mike. You just don't have it set. Oh, I've done it. Okay, we're all in. And
Oh,
we're
I've just
here.
got it on really
Aha.
quiet.
Yes. To be fair, Martin, I wouldn't worry about Roll20 too much unless if it's going to be too much hassle.
Might be useful for rolling
Oh.
dice, though.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. That is true.
They don't have any of those.
While you set that up, we will carry on.
Yeah, I've got my character sheet here.
Fantastic. So, yeah, again, thanks for joining us again, Martin. We've got
it's my
Martin
pleasure.
back. Obviously, you joined us for the real life day session, but we didn't get nearly as far as we had previously thought.
Too much role playing.
But that just means
Always,
that you're going to have
always.
to join us until we'll see.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
So, sorry about that, everyone. We're back. As you begin searching through this gold another time, you find what looks to be a kind of like a fine wizard's hat, like a long pointed classic witch's style hat. It's kind of half buried. You've been kind of rummaging for it. As you kind of dig under, you can see there looks to be some kind of broken pieces of sword, like a hilt with a broken shaft under there as well. And as you dig and find sort of more and more, you hear like a load of the coins basically kind of cascading down, like someone's knocked a load and they're all just kind of off the side.
Yeah.
They spill out kind of into the middle of the room where you're sitting, Zook, and you kind of look up, noticing that Dylan didn't touch that section of the gold. And part of the gold seems to kind of like almost kind of rustle, like there's something underneath it. It kind of jingles and some of it cascades down once more.
Dylan, stop what you're doing. Don't move. I float up.
Can I sense anything? Okay.
The gold erupts. Pieces of gold kind of fly back, shrapnel kind of flinging off, hitting other things. Some of the pots smash, and you see diamond dust fall onto the ground. Coins kind of scatter over most of the area as the coins right in front of you. All of you kind of raise your arms or shields to block the kind of most important bits. Coins hit you, not doing significant damage, but it's kind of like, whoa. They cling off Tem's armor. Ruthus raises the Aegis, and they kind of scatter off that. And before you, Dylan, rising, kind of coiled, almost like liquid metal, but all the coins kind of magnetizing together, is just this form that rises up from it. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
You're in for some coinage, my friends.
Does anybody know how to roll initiative on Roll20?
A gold golem.
Roll yourself a
Type in-
d20, friend.
Type in
Let's go to the battle map.
Do not know how.
Click the D20.
Battle map logging on.
Oh, God.
I don't see any of
Why is
this.
it being
A new
weird?
player
It's
has
showing
entered the game.
The old one.
The old battle map.
Can you see the old one instead of the new one?
Can see battle map.
Weird. Yeah, but you can see the larger battle map with the.
You can see the one with the colours.
Yeah, that's not what I
the
see
with
on
the
my
instrument.
screen. How weird. Hang on. Let me see.
Should
if
we
I can,
reload?
to
Level
back.
20. So I got a natural 1 on my initiative, which is nice.
There, I've deleted that.
Oh, that's
so
fun.
it should.
Oh, so did Isaac.
We're in a vault. We're in a vault.
We're
Boy.
being slow.
Are you just in
Where is the
blackness?
rolling of the dice?
Yes.
I see blackness.
Weird. On my screen, it's not, but I can see because I'm obviously logged in for the stream one. I can see that there's nothing there. How
Is it worth
bizarre.
reloading?
Let me reload with the stream one and see if that works.
Reloading.
I rolled a 7.
Reloading.
No, it's still not there.
Couch
Why
sheet.
is that?
Grab and peels.
No, please.
Work, you cursed website.
Fine, it's just the Four
That's
Kings fight from Dark Souls.
extremely
Fine.
annoying. Oh yeah, weird. It hasn't uploaded. That's why. Okay, let me just.
Oh, so can you see it because it's client side or
yeah,
something?
that's exactly.
Right.
So what I'll do is, yeah, it's not even letting me select it. I think it's like it's an image of it from like before it even existed or something weird like that. Right, let me see if I can upload it again. Oh, you know what I can do? I can do this, and you can all. If I did.
Oh wow, we're getting some great stuff happening on the overlay.
Yeah, I bet, because I'm trying to sort shit out. Fuck's sake.
Don't worry, man. It's cool. It's cool. You do what you need to do, and we can chat.
Okay, I've added. Oh, you can't even see. Can you see Tem's character?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can.
Yep.
Good.
And isn't he looking resplendent?
Yeah, he looks great. How do you feel about this illustration, Martin?
Pretty good. I was extremely gassed when Tashi sent it to me earlier this afternoon.
Okay, Tem's in
The
there.
hype is
You
real.
can all enter your turns while we
Oh, maybe.
wait. Although, oh no, they're not all there, are they? You just see. You just.
I assume I shouldn't be doing that yet.
Can we drag
no,
ourselves?
yes, I want you to as well, please.
Oh, okay. I'm going to put
Loving
my
your
mic
Northern
down so
Lights
you know it's real.
background, Tem. It's great.
Ah, shit. Right.
This is, his hometown.
Here we go. Sweet. We got some initiative.
You can enter your initiatives there. Meanwhile, I'm gonna fix this.
What am I trying to do?
So if you click on the number next to your name, and then you can enter your initiative, and then
Here's the thing I rolled.
yeah. So, but it'll be
A 7.
you add your dexterity modifier if you've got that.
Oh,
thing.
I think I'm quite dexterous.
Oh, these are not good.
Only +2.
I didn't roll well.
I rolled piss poor.
It just means we all get to go first next time, which is fine.
Great.
That is a
See
nice way of
if
looking
this
at it.
Yeah,
appears
that's
for
very
you all.
positive.
Can you see that?
Positive thinking.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, it's a teeny
Also,
tiny room.
it gives this thing a chance to actually do some damage and be interesting.
This isn't where it should be. It should be something like.
Oh. So what the fuck is this? Like, this is some kind of gold serpent, some kind of coin beast.
Oh wait, we're in combat.
Yeah. So
We're going in.
I don't know if you remembered, but we managed to open the vault beneath us,
Yes.
and we've just been basically searching through the gold. And while we were searching through that, some sort of coin beast erupted from the pile.
Oh god.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like I need to start swinging that axe again.
Indeed.
Start slinging yogurt, son.
Fucking damn, roll 20. Piece of.
You wonderful free thing.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, we can always just do it without the battle map, Tash, if you want.
No, I drew this entire thing.
Oh!
There.
Technical difficulties.
And
But-
then this should
Okay,
be-
but I can see it on my roll 20. I just can't see it on
Yeah, it's,
the Twitch thing. Is that
So,
yeah.
let's
is
have
that
a
all your
look.
experience,
It should be
Steve?
now on
Yeah.
the Twitch stream. Can you
We
see
get a
it?
drink check while we're saying
Wait
this
for
all
the
up.
delay.
What are we drinking?
Hey!
Oh, let me tell you what I'm
Hey.
drinking.
Tell me what you're drinking.
It's all
To the
non-alcoholic,
cocktail,
remember,
it's
guys?
called Aperol and
It's all
tonic.
non-alcoholic.
Mixed
No,
together.
non-alcoholic. I'm having a non-alcoholic beer.
Oh,
I'm
sorry,
having
my
a
mistake.
non-alcoholic-
Alcohol-free Aperol, yeah.
Yeah. This is definitely a non-alcoholic drink with ginger ale and mint leaf and definitely nothing else. Nothing.
Okay, we're
That
in.
sounds very
We're here.
refreshing.
We're in.
Drinking.
Family friendly.
Let's go.
Battle music on. So, apologies. It's switching back to this. Tem, what did you get for your initiative?
I rolled a 9. Well, I rolled a 7
9.
and I added 2 to it.
Should I roll for Rufus?
Oh yes.
Oh,
please,
yeah.
Please do.
I'll roll it in the roll 20 chat.
Good idea. Ruth, this is a +3 on his dex.
Lucky gnome.
Oh,
10.
Martin, you've gone.
Oh,
No, you're back.
sorry.
He's back.
So roll a 7 goes to a 10.
10.
10.
Nice.
In which case,
He's up.
Right, the only other person I need to add really quick is Yunin, whomst I
Sequarius.
and
In there.
Aquarius. So Yunin's going to be this little kid.
Oh man, we did not do well on initiative.
No.
Not well at all.
And
Getting s-
Aquarius. I'm going to use
anatomical bomb is
Valentine as Aquarius.
Well, if you are excited
Yunin.
about this beast
Hmm.
destroying us all, then tell us what you've had for dinner in the chat.
And Aquarius.
Anatomical bomb is asking, can't we just lie about what we've rolled?
Oh wait, crap! I have a I have advantage on initiative. Does that mean I should roll
Oh,
again?
you should roll again then in that case. Yes, definitely.
Thus a lie is a
Oh, yeah,
constant
danger
Well, I got
sense.
3.
we are held to our own.
Roguish.
That was not useful.
Oh,
I
it's
roll
the classic
persuade to
music.
lie about my roll.
Why couldn't you just lie about your role? Well, we're all friends here, and we know in deep inside we'd feel that guilt.
Yeah.
We'd feel that guilt.
Oh yes.
All enchantment would be lost from the game.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm very
Also,
good at rolling
just get good,
nat
and then you
20s.
don't have to cheat.
It doesn't. You don't get that sense of. You know, like there's always that fear
Wow,
that
the
you're going to
highest
roll
roll
real
was an
bad.
11.
Yeah,
Did not do
from
great.
Dr. Dex as well.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh,
Roll the 5, goes to an 11.
oh boy.
Okay.
That
Wow.
gold beast is exactly what you described. That's
Yeah.
wicked.
Oh,
Well,
Oh, God.
I'm
weirdly,
about to get my ass handed to me.
weirdly, I rolled a 12. Would you believe?
Oh,
Would you believe? I could have rolled
Apparently,
anything
we
higher,
can't
but I
roll
rolled a
dice
12.
today. Although, no, to be fair, that was my first low roll.
Okay,
Full
so
session,
first
so-
up is the Horde Golem.
Yes.
oh no.
It rises up in the center of this chamber. You all kind of poised around it. You swept forwards, Zook, so I'm going to move you to there. You were probably looking in a gold pile, so put you there. Dutch, you were by this shelf, looking at the shelves. So, its turn. It is going to make a Thieving Whirlwind as its special ability, as its action.
No!
So,
I like the sound of that
you watch
shit.
as it just kind of explodes out in a whirlwind of coins. Its entire form just disappears. You can see magical trinkets like pieces of swords, some what look to be kind of like small little chests, maybe full of things, whip about as well with all of the kind of coins. I need everyone in a 20-foot radius as it's going to move. It's going to swirl right in the center of the room. So everyone in the room needs to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. I have an advantage on that as well.
You do because you can see it. You definitely can.
Yes. How do I do that? Wait, is that a D20 again? It is.
It is.
Got a 15 plus a cheeky little 2, I guess.
So you got a 17. Oh yeah, we should. No, I'm not gonna stand because I have to put the mic on a thing or hold it. I guess I could hold it.
Ah,
It's not really
Stand it.
attached.
I'm ready.
Why would you
Zook,
stand?
What did you get? Because for combat, sometimes we stand up, which is fun.
Gets you engaged.
Okay. I'm down to
Engage.
stand. I mean, it seems like most people aren't standing.
You know
I
what?
am
I'm
down.
gonna stand.
I'm up.
Get up, Mike. Get up.
I'm up.
Mike's
Get
not
the
up.
blood
no
circulation
difference.
going.
He's just all
He's
Blood
not,
to the
he's
brain,
not
ready.
keen. He's not
Let's-
keen.
Let's get ready
I don't
to
like
map.
standing up.
He looks
He's
very
zooted.
sad.
Okay, so first up, the coin golem. It explodes. We got a 17 by Tem. Dutch,
What?
dexterity saving throw.
No, we'll do one of those.
What are you doing? Are you watching something else?
No.
We're in
No,
combat.
definitely not.
It's
Hat
it's
on as
it's
well, it's so
Mike,
hot.
and we're in combat.
He's fallen asleep. Come on,
No.
lad.
Oh, I got a natural 20. Suck my
Well,
dick.
hey,
Oh,
Don't
so you
deserve
did.
that.
Zook,
An 11.
an 11, and Dylan.
A 19.
Can someone roll for Ruthus?
Yes.
Yep.
Fighters
7.
have, I believe. Let me double check.
Efficiency? Or is it? It's Constitution, isn't it? And,
Is it Strength and Constitution?
Yeah.
In which case he doesn't have that with it.
So you got a 10 overall.
Yeah, it is
I think
strength and
his dex
constitution.
is +3.
Some dice out.
He
there,
just
I
has a
think.
10.
A 10 total.
And Sequarius. Oh no, Sequarius fails. So you all take. I will do it in the chat because it's going to be way easier for the amount of damage. It is
God.
60, 10 plus 7.
Woo! 60, 10 plus 7.
Christ.
Oh,
Seems a lot.
Hopefully, what was the DC to pass, Tashi?
Oof. So 48 points of damage. The DC was 17, so Tem just passed. So you take half. So half is 24 points of
Of damage, right?
24 points.
Am I?
Dylan, you leap out of the way using your evasion.
Yeah.
You take no damage as a rogue. Dutch, you rolled a natural 20. You take half, so you take 24 points of damage.
Ooh.
Rufus fails, and so he takes the full 48 points of damage. I feel like Rufus was really, really hurt.
We haven't been caretaking him very well, have
I
we?
know we haven't, and I didn't ask him what he was on. So maybe
guys know what my
someone
HP
message
was now.
him and say what health was Rufus on?
Yeah, well, I guess we'll come to that when we come to
We'll come to that.
Send him a
And
message.
Zook, you also take the full 48, as does
Sure.
Sequarius. Sequarius he just gets battered by coins. Blood sprays against the wall as he falls unconscious to the ground. Sequarius is down. I should put him on the scene. He's going to be here. Actually, he'll be over here counting gold.
I'm gonna be really mad if we don't give him back.
He is currently
That's
down.
fine.
Poor Sequarius. Zook and Rufus and Sequarius, you are caught up in this this barrage of coins, which at the end of its turn. No, it can stay in that form. It's going to stay in the whirlwind form. So it's actually just a 20-foot. Move it back one. Oh, you
God.
know what? It wouldn't have got everyone. It wouldn't have got Dutch or Tem or Sequarius. It's 20 feet. Oh no, it's a 20-foot radius. It's a 20-foot radius.
Oh.
It would have got everyone.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus, it's massive.
Let me just put it to the back. So I'll put it like that for now, but it's actually just spinning. It's just everywhere. So Zook, as you're being battered by the coins, you feel the Staff of High Canopy whip out of your hands and get caught up in it as it sucks more treasure in.
No.
Rufus's Sunblade just flies off his hilt, wrapping up with it. Sequarius lying on the ground. The only thing he has is his loot. His loot is like battered and whipped up and is carried into the storm. Ending its turn. Next up is Dylan. It's your turn.
Okay. I'll take a back step, disengaging.
Well, currently it is just surrounding the entire room. It's just a whirlwind of coins. It's in a different form right now. It's just a 40-foot sphere of coins.
Well, can I get out of the sphere?
Yeah. If you went to no, it's literally hitting every single corner of the entire room.
So I'm engaged with it.
Technically, everyone is. Yep.
Okay, no worries. Well, I'll take a bonus action to imbue my my bow with some crimson rite, and I'll take. Can I just sort of step out this direction to like here-ish?
Even being there, the coins are hitting the walls and going everywhere. You're
All right.
technically in its space.
That's fine. I'll just step to there though, and then I'll just take a couple shots with my longbow.
So it will be disadvantage.
Okay, no worries. Let's see what I get.
Why is it disadvantage? Sorry.
Because
I'm
he's
in combat with
in combat with it. He's in its
okay,
space.
Let's see here. Is it low? Yeah, no, cool. Let's go for it. It's not bad. That's gonna be a 23.
A 23
Very nice.
hits.
Okay, let's roll some dice.
You fire the arrow forth,
Oh, it's pretty
crystallizing
good.
in your hands. It kind of like gets hit and almost swept up in the coins that are whirling around. You see your crystalline arrow actually shatter off, but the psychic impact seems to have an effect.
That's good. Okay.
26, 31, 32,
Ooh.
38
No,
points of damage.
ignoring that, sorry, it's immune to psychic. You see it just get whipped up in you just see it get whipped. I didn't even know that. I just read it.
Okay, no
it
worries.
gets whipped up in the coins and just shatters out, hitting the wall.
Fine. Okay, so I will take a normal arrow, seeing that it takes no effect for my second shot. Okay. Same again, a 23.
You fire the normal wooden with a steel-tipped arrow forth, and it just gets eviscerated by coins and does nothing.
Does nothing at all?
No, it's immune to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical weapons.
I've got a magical weapon.
It is, but it is a magical weapon.
I do have a magical weapon, yeah.
In which case, interesting though. So the weapon is magical.
Yep. So yeah, it counts as a magic attack. So it does.
It does count as a magic attack.
It's the same with. So I'm a resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and whatever. But I lose that resistance if it's an attack from a magical weapon.
Okay.
Well, that's how it works for my resistance to it.
Here's how it works. You shoot your arrow forth, and the magic imbued by your bow, which is a magical bow, holds on to the arrow. And these coins seem to strike and hit at it, but it doesn't break and just be eviscerated away. It actually finds purchase, and it deals the damage.
Okay, let's go then.
I was trying to imagine in my head how that would actually work.
Yeah, I roll pretty well.
But fundamentally, the arrow has been imbued with magic, and so cannot be just destroyed like it was
20,
previously.
35, 41 points of damage.
41 points of damage. Yeah. Did you roll sneak attack?
Yep.
Technically, the first attack did sneak attack.
Okay, I can re-roll.
So
or I'll just take the damage for the Crimson Right. I'll re-roll the Crimson Right because. So that will be 18 points of damage.
18 points. I guess, otherwise you'd be doing 2 sneak attacks technically. The damage is still dealt, but it just isn't.
Fair enough.
And with that, ending your turn?
Yep.
Okay, Ruthus Suncrest is up. Ruthus reaches down to his belt, pulling the Sunblade forth, but there's nothing in his hands. He panics. I don't think Ruthus has another weapon on him.
He has a bow.
He definitely has a bow.
Shield bash.
But the bow is not magical. And
can he bash with his shield?
He can shield bash, yes.
Bashing.
Yeah. Okay. I'll roll an attack with a shield bash. He's just going to wildly flail with the shield, hitting coins. He has a +12, doesn't he, to his things? So that's.
Is he not small enough that he could just turtle under the shield?
That is going to hit. So he's going to do a D4 plus. Oh, that's cocked. He does 7 points of magical bludgeoning because it's with the Aegis, which is magical. And he's going to attack again. He's just going to whack it over and over again with the shield. That's going to hit. That does 6 points. And his third attack.
Gold.
Oh, his third attack was a natural 1. This one just kind of goes wide and gets caught. Ruthus is going to. He's also going to kind of step here and then to here. Ending Ruthus's turn. I'm imagining Ruthus, if he did have less health than that, what we'll say is he was nearly knocked down and he's on 1 or something.
Yeah,
but
sure.
hopefully we can find out how much he was on. Next up is Tem.
Wow. Okay. So, am I supposed to do anything to this guy? I don't think I'm remotely magic. Anybody got any tips for me?
You're a paladin, right?
Bastard.
No, you're a barbarian. You're a barbarian.
I'm a barbarian. I've got branding smite. Is that a thing?
That
Or
is
might be a
magic.
contender. Ooh. Okay.
First
And-
enter
Powerful
a rage.
magic.
Can I enter a rage, then do the branding smite? I think you're not allowed to do magic when you're raging.
So you could branding smite and then enter a rage, but then you won't be able to attack.
Fuck it. Oh.
Ooh.
Will that not immediately end my rage? Or do I need to take damage? Is it damage or doing or taking damage?
Both keeps you in a rage. But you can enter a
Okay.
relentless rage.
How so?
Well, that's your thing, isn't it? Remember last time you
Yes.
entered
Oh,
the relentless
the frenzy.
rage. The frenzied rage, sorry. Frenzied rage.
I like the idea of being relentless though. We've got reckless attacks. Yeah.
Sorry, there's reckless attacks and then there's frenzied rage.
Yeah. So
Meta-wise, you won't do damage because it is immune to the attacks. Is that right?
but this is why I need the branding smite.
Mm-hmm.
So you use your
Okay, so I want to do that.
So,
First cast the branding smite. How do I do that?
let's have a look. First, you cast Branding Smite. So it's a bonus action to do so. And it lasts a minute. It's concentration the next time you hit a creature. So if you cast that and strike, you won't be able to rage, but you will be able to strike it. If you cast it and rage, you won't be able to hit it this turn, but it will still be there. However, if you take damage, you may lose your concentration on it and it disappears. So it's a risk.
What disappears?
Your spell.
The rage. Oh, fuck.
Because you're holding the spell on it, and if you don't strike with it this turn and it hits you, that damage may cause you to lose concentration and it disappear.
Okay, so no rage. First the spell, then just swing my axe one time.
Or you
That's a
could
smart
rage and keep the spell and risk it, but it's up to you.
But then I can just rage next turn anyway, right?
You could, but you may. Yeah, you could.
That's the strat. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's get it.
So, you cast forth this branding smite onto your large double-sided axe. You can see what looks to be radiant energy, like sort of appearing on the shaft. This kind of illuminated light, and you bring it down for your attack. Roll your attack.
Oh crap.
So there's a handy little like dice roller thing that you can bring up. It's like a
Yeah,
little dice on
I've
the
just
left.
got a lot of tabs of like rules and stuff. So
It's fine. We appreciate that you are totally new. Last time being your first session ever, it does not appear that way. But definitely combat is something that you get more used to your own character and your rules over time.
Yeah. Okay, so hit me. What kind of dice am I rolling?
So D20.
1d20.
So you're going to do /roll space 1d20.
Or
That's the
click a
one.
D20 on the side in the little box thing.
Or it turns out Google has a surprisingly good inbuilt d20 system.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Why did it? /roll. That's why I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Did you guys know you can press the up arrow to get the last one?
Yes.
That's so useful. It's like a terminal. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I did
12.
not know that. Thank you.
A 12 plus your attack, which is on the
I
great
remember
axe
it being plus
in the
8,
middle.
I think.
Oh yeah, okay, +7. No, because I'm not raging.
No,
Plus
rage
4.
is only damage. Rage is only damage.
So what am I doing here?
So the +7 is the damage.
Oh, the
whereas
attack
it's
bonus.
The attack
but
bonus.
It's 8.
It's an 8. Well done. So it's a 20, which hits. You bring the smite
Booyah,
down.
naturally a 20.
So it only imbues, the only magic damage that's going to affect it is the radiant damage, which is the branding smite. So the rest, you see your axe hit, which isn't going to do any damage, so no point rolling. However, you can roll 2d6 for the radiant damage that will affect it.
Oh yeah. That branding smite.
It's a shame you didn't find your relic right before this fight.
Yes, indeed. I rolled a 12, 2 6s.
Oh my god.
No way. Okay.
Ooh,
Well,
12.
Whoa!
12
Fun.
points.
Cars.
12 points of radiant
Big.
damage courses through the coins. It's almost like kind of electric fire, this kind of white, golden electric fire. You can see some of the coins almost seem to glow a red-hot energy from this. And you see it almost shudder, the whole kind of whirlwind. So it takes another 12 points.
Brad.
Very nice. You're gonna. I guess your second attack won't do anything. And you can't branding smite again. So.
Oh, is it only for the one attack?
It is only for the one attack. Yeah.
Gotcha.
You have one more ability, though, don't you? Racial ability.
Potentially. What does that mean?
You've got branding smite and searing smite, I think, as well.
Yeah. He doesn't.
yeah,
He doesn't have
Searing
another
Smite.
bonus action though. So-
No, I mean for his next turn.
For next turn.
Yeah.
So your second attack, you just sort of strike towards it, hitting coins, but to no effect. Are you going to
Yeah.
move anywhere?
I probably should. Is there anybody who's very injured?
Zook
And can you
looks
stand
really,
in front of people?
Yeah, you can. You could choose to.
Zook
Is it a
looks
good
like
idea? I
he's,
mean, this thing throws out
yeah.
coins.
Are you on the
Yeah,
edge?
okay. I want to go park myself in front of Zook.
Very well.
Thank you.
That's viable.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Can I move him myself?
You
Like, pick
you
him up,
can't
the
move
small little
him,
Tiny elf man.
but you can stand in front of him. So you could move yourself, for example, to I can move.
Am I able to? Oh, I can drag
Yep,
it.
you can
Which
move your
one's Zook
own
in
model.
this chat?
Yep, you can move there.
Is that Zook? I should know this. The dude with the tree.
That is Zook, yeah.
That's me.
That's so Zook. Okay. And I say, hey, little man.
Oh, this is madness.
Okay, so ending
Brad.
your turn. It is Sequaria's turn. He's beginning to bleed out. I rolled an 11, so he's succeeded his first death save.
Wait.
Next up is Yunin. Yunin glides down before you, Richter, into a different chamber. It's not this chamber, unfortunately. He's going to move his 60 feet down, and seeing the hole in front of him, staring down into it and hearing clashes of noise, he is going to dash another 60 feet. Which isn't quite enough to get to you guys yet. However, it will put him in range of doing a spell. He's going to reach out his hand and once more cast... this is a different spell. He's going to cast Hold Monster.
Ooh. That is okay.
Is that what you were
God
going to
damn
do?
it. It's literally exactly what I was
No
going to
way.
do when I
Well, it's going to make a wisdom
Damn
saving
arcade
throw.
magpie.
It's... What's his DC? It fails. So you've still got a chance. None of you see this from in the room. As you know, looking up, it's just a solid ceiling. However, Richter, you would see ahead Yunin disappear into a hole in the ground of a different chamber. And you sense some kind of like magic dispersing from him. It's your turn. Following him down, you're able to fly through this hole. It's a larger chamber with different pedestals with instruments on each. And there's a big sigil in the middle that's lit up. And in the center, there's like a circular hole that leads into more darkness. Another room further down.
Is that where Yunin went?
That's where Yunin went. You fly down through that hole.
I'm following.
You're able with you'd have to use your action to dash. Yunin can dash as a bonus action. That's how he got further.
I see.
So at the moment you're by that hole, so you can decide what to do.
Yeah, I mean, if I do that dash, then I won't actually be able to actually really do much of anything after that.
Nope. However, you won't reach the room entirely anyway.
Yeah.
So getting further might be a good idea.
Okay, yeah, we will do that. We will dash and chase this beautiful boy down
you
the hole.
dash down, catching up with Yunin as he kind of thrusts his hand forth, but it doesn't take hold. You can see the battle map at this point beneath you. You can see your friends in a storm of coins.
Yunin, what is it? Some kind of whirlwind?
He kind of looks towards you and he's like, "My magic isn't taking hold." You are
Of
unarmed.
what? Is there something in there? I literally just see a whirlwind. I don't know that there's a monster there.
Yunin's gonna shout out, "The coins are alive."
Monster.
The coins are alive.
Okay. Did you say it was bonus to summon the rook?
That is correct.
Feeling the stir of battle in his loins, Richter will seize a fist and leave a small space in his fist that is quickly filled by the blood-red shaft of Rook's halberd as it flashes into existence next to him, feeling once again invigorated and ready for battle.
Oh,
Yeah, good to have you back. Richter,
We can see both your shafts right now.
Richter, you can have a point of inspiration, my friend.
Thank you.
You hear this sort of...
We're gonna need it.
Thum, thum.
Yeah.
Your heart seems to, whatever rhythm it was beating previously, all of your hearts suddenly beat in tandem to each other as you feel your heart beating to a new rhythm. You sense Richter is near, but you can't see him. Next up, it's Zook.
Beaten to the rhythm of his heart.
Crouching behind this huge tiefling figure, Zook sort of looks around at the gold coins flying everywhere, batting some away, getting hit by some. He's like bloodied. He feels himself close to just becoming overwhelmed. And he looks up at the coins and he just says, "Enough." And as through his sort of covered arms, he clenches his fists and draws the blood from his face and from his shoulders as it starts like glowing a white hot sort of flaming color, and he just expands his arms and casts, focusing on the flying gold around him, he casts Dispel Magic at 7th level.
At 7th level?
At 7th level.
Okay, hold on a sec. You
hear a sort of screech of like a dying deer and a kind of roar of a bear and the rushing of a torrent of a river after the ice melts in the high mountains, all mixed together as his blood splats out on the gold coins. And let's hope this fucking works.
Well, hopefully you don't dispel every magical item in the room.
Yeah,
he said focusing
I'm
on the
aiming
gold
for the
coins.
gold coins flying around me and nothing else. Definitely not Dutch's armor, let me say that. I'm definitely not going anywhere near Dutch's armor.
Can you imagine?
Okay.
I'm not sure Zook would belong to this world.
The magic blasts outwards across this kind of hoard of coins, and you feel it just kind of fizzle out and away. It is unfortunately not technically something that can be dispelled. I've just looked it up.
Versus, Zook goes, hides behind Tem once more, and just pulls out a greater healing potion, and goes, "Oh shit!" and just drinks it as a bonus action.
Okay. Oh, that was I mean, even I wasn't sure,
play.
and so I looked it up, and
good play, for sure.
You've got to try.
A great idea. Had it been like animated objects, it would, but it's technically not quite what you think. So,
goddamn golems.
No worries.
Next up is Dutch. It's you with a 3.
Right.
Dutch, I choose you.
See,
It's a natural one, lad.
That was a natural one, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, right. I'm going to make 4 attacks at the gold that's swinging around.
Describe
Such a fun image.
to me how you're doing these. Are they reckless? Are they haymakers? What are you doing?
Okay, so, yeah. I'm going to enter a rage.
In which case you can't do 4 attacks.
Yeah, I'm going to do 2. And what I'm going to do is... Am I technically flanking it?
No, unfortunately, it is everywhere, so no.
You're immersed in it.
So I should have ultra advantage. Fine.
Just do a Zangief spin.
Exactly.
It's moving so quickly, and it doesn't have a full form, yet it's near you, so it's sort of basically it's a straight roll because although these kind of things are hitting you constantly and it's quite hard to fight, but also that is it, so you're near it and it's easy, so it's a bit of an in-between, so it's just
okay. I'd like to do reckless attacks, please.
Okay, then you can roll with advantage.
I'm gonna roll 4 d20s. So I got a 19 for the first one and a 14 for the second hit.
A
14. I've got a 29 and a 24.
A what?
A 29 and a 24.
They both hit.
Yeah, okay, cool. So then it's d10s. So bang, 1d10, 2d10.
Yeah.
Then an extra 2 damage. Okay, shit. So
Oh, Mike's damage, the fucking
5,
every time.
10,
Dutch's damage has to counter every time.
10, 2, 13. So the first one is 18 damage, the second one is 27 damage.
27?
You only. How's the second one that much more? You only was an extra 4 hit on the
It
roll.
can't be a 27.
No, wait. What is it? 18. Wait.
This is Dutch.
Shit.
Mike, for God's sake, stand up.
22.
Also,
5
Mike,
plus 9 is...
you
5 plus
rolled
9
you
is
rolled
27.
4d20.
Yeah, because I
Yeah,
declared reckless.
That was two with
I
advantage.
see, I see.
Yeah.
So it was an 18 and a 20.
No, and a 20,
40 total.
40 total.
22.
Damn, 40 total.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
With
It's because
two,
I have
with
to
two
have
attacks.
proficiency bonus.
Oh, because you're
Yeah.
half health.
Yeah,
Of course. So Dutch being, was it down and out?
yeah.
That's the ability. Your strikes do even more damage as you're feeling yourself, you're weaker than normal, but that just drives you on. You enter your rage as the claws cover over the top of your guitars, dealing a hefty blow in 2 strikes. Coins shatter and hit the wall. You see the ones that strike against the wall that you've hit just fall to the ground, non-moving. End of the round. Back to the top. It is its turn. Again, I need everyone to roll me another dexterity saving throw as it's keeping its form.
Because I have advantage because I can see it, right? That's how the thing works when you're a barbarian.
Yep.
Oh,
better.
fuck.
So both the barbarians
does it-
have advantage. Oh, no. Richter, you're not near enough.
Hey, that's really, really, really good.
You and
Because I
you-
rolled
you
it as a
and you
2
are
and I've got
not
minus
near
2.
So I got a 14 plus 8, so a 22.
You succeed.
25.
You succeed. So, Dylan, you take no damage. Dutch, you take halved and then halved again because of your rage. I need to actually re-roll the same damage. So, 39. So you take
10.
About that.
Yeah, 10.
If we just, when it's 39, I just round it up to 40 and
It's
then
kind of
half
easier.
and half.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you take 10. 10. What did you get for your dexterity saving throw?
An 11.
So you take the full 39 points of damage.
Oof.
Oh dear.
Oh.
And Zook.
I got a 20.
So you succeed. You take half. So you take 20.
I'm on 1.
Oh my god, you're.
Wait, so my human shield was ineffective?
Yeah, unfortunately,
Damn.
it didn't turn back. It stayed where it was.
Because of you, I'm on one.
And Ruthus succeeds, but he takes 20 points of damage. I imagine Ruthus is probably down.
Oh, fuck.
So I'm going to mark Ruthus as down.
Shit. Oh, shit.
Don't let him die while he's not here, please. Sequarius takes only one death save because it's technically it's not a melee attack. It's an ability, so he just takes the one death save. So he's on 1 for 1. So at the end of its turn, it is going to shift back. Well, it has to shift back into its normal form. It's going to go...
Oh, it's got little.
Who has got the most kind of coinage and glowing on them? In fact, who has the most coins on them?
I didn't even loot anything.
Not the coins from here necessarily, just coins. How many coins do you have on you?
I have
That's quite a lot of coins.
On my person.
Mm-hmm. On your person.
I genuinely don't know.
They're like, yeah.
I'm on 590.
590
Yeah,
I'm on more than that.
I've got more than that.
on your person.
Yep.
Okay, so you've got a big old fucking coin purse on your side. If you've got 1,000
Oh wait,
gold.
whoever's
Dutch,
got my
Dutch,
stuff.
what are you on? What are you on?
More than 1,000.
Yeah, I'm on less than 1,000.
What, in your bag?
Who's-
or not in your not in the bag?
I
Just saying, carrying around 1,000 gold is like
Oh no, it's in the bag
is
because
a
I have
lot
the
of
bag.
weight. You have
I just have the paper with everything on. Yeah.
You currently have the bag, although Richter usually has the bag.
I have 694 gold.
Okay, in that case, it is going to go
I have more
here.
than that.
All of the coins curl together, reforming. And you can see, in its grasp, it's holding what looks to be this giant sword. It's just like a giant fucking anime sword. You know, one of those huge ones with just a jagged Urukai-like
Gut
edge.
sword.
Yep.
You can see it is
eyes go over.
it is black
Bracket.
with what look to be kind of like black twisting coiling vines kind of etched down it. Tem, you see this and you recognize it.
Eyes turn.
That does end its turn.
Fixate on the sword.
That does end its turn. It is your turn, Dylan.
Okay, so as it runs towards me, I crouch down on the floor and then just slide beneath its coin legs.
Okay, yeah. I will say.
Yeah.
Usually you can't move through enemy spaces, but seeing as it's made of coins and it's larger, I will get you to roll me an acrobatics check.
Yeah, sure.
To try and sort of either, to slide between its legs / jump over it, whatever it would be. But you're sliding.
27 or something dumb.
You are able to do so.
Yeah, sweet. Okay.
You can slide over to the other side here. You're currently there.
And as I continue on the slide, as I disengage and spin round on the marbled floor, as I draw an arrow, knocking it into the bowstring and drawing it back for an attack.
Oh, sick. Sick.
Do we say that? Can we say that Ook's out on Ook's around? I mean, he's always been usually sat on my shoulder. I just completely forgot about him last session.
Unless stated, I think he's not out.
That's fine. And I'll just I'll take a shot. Yeah, why not? Just go for it. Cool. The dice has been good, doing me good. A 18.
An 18 just hits.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay, so it's just that, isn't it? Yep. Oh, good roll. That will be 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage. Nice.
Yep. Second attack.
Not you, Siri. Not you, Siri.
Second attack.
Yeah.
That's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Nice.
Yep. Okay. For 16 points of damage.
16. Nice.
I can assume this creature doesn't have any blood.
It unfortunately does not, no.
Okay, no worries. Can I continue? How much more movement do I have?
You've used 20.
So can I move to here? Can I get behind this little bit here?
20,
So
25.
get to there, I think. Get to here.
Yeah, you can get to
Yeah.
there. Okay, ending your turn. Rufus, he needs to make a death save. Can one of you brave folk do it? It's down
Should we
to
do it
you.
in the chat?
Yeah, do it in the chat. I'll do it.
Okay.
Where's my mouse gone?
Just don't
Frozen.
roll a 1 like you guys always seem to do.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh.
Okay, so he's failed. He's failed one
at
death
least it's
save.
not
Okay,
a one.
Tem, you're up.
Okay. What do you guys think my chances are of grabbing the sword out of this thing's hand?
Give it a
yours
go.
To take. It's yours to take. This is why we play
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah, do it.
Would it be affected by a state of rage or frenzy, do you think?
Yes, if you rage, you have advantage on strength-related checks, and you imagine wrestling it from its grasp probably is going to involve strength.
It seems likely to be, yeah. to put up some sort of a fight. Okay, so you know the drill. He pulls out a small, suspicious-looking vial from some kind of concealed pocket within his armor, and he takes out the stopper, puts it to his lips, and yeah, that's that.
Oh, the mushrooms! Nice! Yes! Your
Yeah.
spiked
Yeah.
armor just begins to slowly protrude and become more malicious.
Yeah. A dark cast comes over his already rather dark complexion, and he, I guess, runs towards the thing.
Doosh, doosh, doosh. Okay, you
Using
step
his axe.
towards it.
Or is he gonna hit it first? I don't know. Can I do both, or do I have to choose
It
between
will be
these two
your
options?
action to try and wrestle the sword from its grip, to retrieve an item from it. So make me an athletics check, and I will roll a contested athletics.
All right. That's D20.
Yep.
Oh,
Do I have
it's
any
tense.
advantage on my
You
athletics?
do have advantage because you are raging.
So I get to do 2.
Yep.
Oh,
Double 19s.
I rolled 2 19s.
Oh,
Plus 5 plus 8, so that
Plus
makes
8.
it 27.
So it has a plus 10 in its athletics, but I rolled a
Oh.
6, so it got a 16. You leap forwards, grabbing at the hilt of the giant blade. The coins wrap tighter around the actual hilt of the blade, threatening to pull it back with this almost kind of magnetization. But using maybe one of your hands, you punch a bunch of coins away and thrust it back. You are now holding the weapon of your forebears. You would know this weapon.
Wow, just like that.
Just like that. You would know this weapon to be a weapon called Depravity.
That sounds pleasant.
Baneshi.
Interestingly, can you just roll me a quick intimidation check?
All right. Is that?
Ooh, maybe Goldie recognizes you.
bear, which wow. Okay, 19 again. Plus 12.
Wow. Plus 12.
Plus 12.
For a 31?
Christ. Man alive.
The sword trembles in your grip, and you feel yourself instantly attuned to it.
Wow. I intimidated the sword into being mine.
You did.
That's Brad.
It senses your power. So because you're attuned to it, you don't know what it does because you haven't identified it, but it will do something when you get to attack. However, that is the end of your turn.
Hang on. Nothing to do with my... If I'm raging, do I not get an extra attack?
You do, I think, but it might only be if you take the attack action. What does it say? Frenzied Rage?
That's how mine... I just think it's just extra attack. That's how extra attack works, isn't it? You have to take the attack action to get an extra attack.
Yeah, I think it might be.
So it like multiplies it rather than giving me another action that I can take.
Yeah.
All right. That's fair. Okay, I guess he just kind
does
of
it because the haste action gives you but that gives you an extra action to do an attack. So it's probably not the same. Okay, are you gonna step back or stay where you are?
I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. The coins shift and you see a mouth kind of open up in it, and they all kind of quiver, vibrating. It's like the clanging of the metal almost makes us a scream of pure disdain and anger that you have taken a possession from it. Twirling around in its form, you can see the stuff high canopy just like sort of disappearing in, and the hilt of the sunblade kind of whipping about within there. Next up, it is Sequarius's turn. Death save. 14. He succeeded his next death save. Rolled well for him. So he's 2 and 1. Then it is Yunin. Yunin. None of you see this, but just appearing through the ceiling and slamming into the ground, his kind of billowing dark grey cloaks kind of around him. Yunin just kind of lands in the center of the chamber. You almost see dark energy kind of pulsing around where he is. He looks up, you see his eyes are like just completely black, and he thrusts a hand forwards, and you see lightning arc from his grip. He is going to cast Witch Bolt.
You a fucking witch?
So it needs to...
Hey, it's like a big family reunion.
Oh, he needs to make a spell attack. Oh, he rolled a natural 1! Come on!
Suck it, Yunin.
That's so shit.
Your older brothers are here.
He lands, looking really like cool. He thrusts a hand forth, and the electricity just kind of... It almost catches on it, but disperses back into some of the other coins. You see them all kind of like lift off the ground. You're suddenly thrown back to a time previously in a horde of gold with electric kind of magnetizing coins before you. I need Dylan to make me, well, Brother Draug to make... Oh no, Brother Draug's not out. So don't worry. No. It's Dylan at the moment. That will happen later. So that's going to end his turn. You see him suddenly look really awkward and look around. It failing. Is Richter, your turn.
So is Richter... what's the like geography of this? Like, am I off to the left or was I above the room?
You are currently kind of hovering right in the center above the room, maybe 30 feet up.
Okay, I'm heading down. I'm heading down to, if possible, one sec, I want to ping. Can I like head down to like here?
Absolutely. Next to Dutch.
Landing like Homelander.
Dutch, you've just finished these punches, and you see Yunin land on one side, throw off this electricity, and you see right before you, whoosh, into the ground, not wearing any armor, barefoot, just in kind of like some robes, but holding his halberd in his hands, Gith Richter.
Yeah!
Wow.
Yeah. Richter thrusts a hand in the direction of the golem thing and says, "Cease your vexations, you maelstrom of avarice. And from all corners of the room, it appears that like green-hued glowing chains appear to burst out of every surface, attempting to fasten themselves into every part of the creature. And Richter casts Hold Monster.
Oh, you could have a fucking inspiration dice for that description.
You already gave me one.
Oh, I'm just loving it. Okay, it needs to make a wisdom saving throw against your DC. Oh, that's a 6 plus. Let's see. I've forgotten it's plus nothing. A 6.
That doesn't sound like 17 to me. He's stuck.
The chains coil and wrap around, clutching at this coin monster that kind of like is enveloping before you. You feel like normally a grapple or like trying to grab this thing wouldn't work, but a magical bind like hold monster, it is stuck. It is paralyzed. Am I right? Let's see. Hold monster.
Yes, paralyzed for 1 minute.
Is paralyzed for a minute, but it gets to make a save at the end of its turn.
Yes.
Wow, it is paralyzed. That is really cool.
Friends. Oh god.
Zook.
And you're wearing nothing but a loincloth.
No, he's wearing some of Union's old clothes.
No, it's a loincloth.
It's a loincloth.
Zook, you're up.
Zook sees this sort of dissension of would-be angels, and then suddenly averts his eyes from Richter's butt cheeks, and was like, "Oh, that was magnificent." He turns around, seeing Ruthus and Sequarius on the floor, and he goes, "Oh no!" He like pulls some leaves out from the cloak and just flicks them over towards them, and spins it around the room as more leaves fly off his cloak and encircle everyone except Union and Richter. And I'll cast Mass-Cure Wounds.
Yeah,
Mass-Cure Wounds.
Mass-Cure Wounds.
The 3d6 plus 5 to everyone
Nice.
in the room, except for those two. 3d8, sorry. And it's a good roll. It's 11, 16, 21 points of healing.
21 points of healing.
Zook will then float back.
21 points to heal.
He will float back and stand between.
21 points.
He'll sort of fly back as his cloak flaps in front of him, to just standing in front of Sequarius and Ruth, sort of between Sequarius and Ruthus, and then he will focus. His limbs will splay out as he kind of gets ready, and from the rune on his jerkin starts to like crackle and fizzle, and the storm rune whips around his face as his eyes just become balls of white lightning just zapping out. His cloak seems to sort of reverse flap as if it was like reversed time, like it's going at a weird kind of backwards flow. And I will invoke the prophetic state.
Damn, man, I'm jerking right now.
The filth always comes back with Richard's return.
Right, end of the round, Dutch. You're up. Last but no means least.
So now that it's all chained, again, why is there two of him? Just weird.
There were two? What?
Two Martins. There were two Martins for a while.
Oh, in the thing, yeah. He's made himself a background so he can run off, and we don't think he's gone. We know.
Brilliant.
Mike, have you drunk too much coffee? Is this what's the issue here?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to do all of my attacks. Tashi, I'm going to spend a Moxie point.
Yep.
I'm going to do Reckless again so that I've got advantage.
Oh, no. Go away, Mum. Don't call me now.
Oh, the other parent.
God's
Mike,
sake.
it's
always
Mike, you have advantage already.
Why?
Because he's restrained. Because he's held by Richter.
He is paralyzed, which means... No, Mum.
No, Mum, I'm playing D&D.
I'm playing D&D with my friends, Mum. Get in my room, man. So paralyzed, they automatically fail strength and dex saves. attacks have advantage, and if the attack hits a creature, any attack, if you're within 5 feet, it's an auto crit.
I'd like to make my attacks, please, as I'm declaring haymakers.
Oh fuck! So they'll be automatic. So okay, straight rolls, 4 attacks, haymakers.
He's dead.
I don't need to. It's not straight attacks, is it? It's advantage.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
No, you're making
no,
haymakers.
it's straight attacks because you're haymakering.
Yes, yeah. So, boom.
Oh, the natural one. That's a shame.
The 7
what's
is
the 7?
a 7. No, 18.
That is exactly what you need. So 3
Oh.
go through. What's the haymakers deal max damage? Because you're just pugilist striking with these wild haymakers.
Why I oughta.
Character name. Max damage.
This is actually like the ultimate thing for
So
Dutch.
10 for the D10 damage.
Yep, we've got a straight 10.
5 for my strength.
Well,
15.
no, that's not doubled. So what's all the
Okay.
add all the dice, and then we add the bits on after.
So that's just D10.
So the 10 becomes a 20. Oh no, but you get your orcish thing, right?
Yeah, so it becomes 30.
Yeah. So each one is tripled. So it's a 30
Plus another 5.
plus 5 plus rage.
Plus 2.
So 37
Plus another 2.
plus another
For the fiery glove.
39.
for the fiery glove. So
39.
39
39.
So yeah, just 39. 'cause
plus
I'm not
plus
below
1 for the
health.
guitar.
No, I can't. You said I couldn't wear the gloves
Oh,
and
you
the
can't.
guitar.
No, you can't wear both.
I've got the total here. Do you want to know what it is?
So it's 39.
39 tripled.
Tripled.
17.
117 damage.
Okay, Mike, Dutch.
Gold
How
bricket.
would you like to destroy this coin golem?
As... Right.
He's
Sorry,
standing up
let's
now.
see
Now he stands up.
So I wait there until I see the right coin. It's the biggest coin. It's the shiniest one. And I grab it and I repeatedly punch it while it's in my hand.
Once you're done, I imagine you just keep punching until the coin becomes so red hot from your magma'd fist with the glove on it that it just begins to melt away until hot pieces of molten coins splash on the floor beneath you. All of the coins surrounding it just drop to the ground and scatter out like water just cascading down. Zook, from where you're standing, the coins wash up and eventually kind of reach your feet. As you can see behind you, Sequarius and Rufus both getting up from the ground. Well done, everyone. Right, let's take a seat. And I think with that, we'll have a short break. I know it's a late break, but we'll have a very short break here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Well deserved.
Wow.
well deserved indeed.
Beautiful.
So I'm not going to
Great moment.
stop the stream. I'm going to stay on because I've got a couple of announcements. But for everyone else, go get yourselves a quick drink.
I already did.
Have a wee.
I'm going to get a family-friendly
Glass of
non-alcoholic
juice.
beverage.
Yeah.
Back in 5.
So yeah, annoyingly, I closed the Twitch, so I've lost everything that was in the chat prior to maybe about 5 minutes ago.
There was a very funny comment that said Mike looked like the contestant from the end of the Crystal Maze, which I don't even understand what that means. But
Is there a specific one where there's a contestant that looks like Mike? Can we hear more?
no
I don't know.
idea.
You have to be a real fan of the series
Who-
to identify people as such.
Whoever that was, can we have? Oh, have we frozen?
No, we look good.
Not on my feed.
Oh, I'm just not.
There's quite a sizable delay.
Yeah, there usually is. Chris, I can see. Chris, you done. This is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
last
yeah.
thing I see. Which
Yeah,
is
Chris has a soft spot for Dutch, definitely.
I believe it was Chris. Yeah.
Yeah. Chris,
and with the bicep.
If you were making a character, what kind of character would you create? Would you also be a strong man? Get some feedback in a sec.
I mean, we're gonna have to get Chris on at some point. I feel.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, our number one fan, of course.
He's having a think.
Shall we do the announcements, Tashi? We've got.
I'll do it in a sec.
I'm listening, but I'm going to leave the room and mute myself.
He said like a Torbjorn sort of builder. You know, from Overwatch, there's the like small dwarf who's like a mechanic. Yeah, so in a different campaign I'm currently playing in, I know, blasphemy. I play as a dwarven artificer called Morgrim Oilbrew. Pleasure to be at your service. And he's sort of he's a handy crafter dwarf kind of guy, which sounds like this kind of character. Loads of fun to play. The artificer's a really cool class because it's one of them. Love it. It's basically the kind of one of the newest classes, and they've just brought out an extra sub class for it called the Armorer, which I know Theo you have your eyes on somewhat. Oh look, there's a Doge!
It's my doggo. It's my doggo. So for those of you that are interested, before I go to work in the morning, I drop off my little chubby doggo to Rupert and his lovely girlfriends, and Maisie looks after the little chub dog during the day to keep they keep each other company. Yeah, it's very nice. But anyway, back to the D&D related chat.
So the announcement is that as of any minute now,
I'm going to start doing it now.
Imminently, we're going to release all of the backlog of all of the episodes that we on YouTube that are the streamed ones. So that basically takes us all the way back to the beginning of the Soul Reach arc, which was the sort of town they were previously in before this. I know that Chris, you've probably seen a bunch of them. You were around watching the streams at that point. But we only started putting up the streams straight onto YouTube after the streams finished, maybe 5 or 6 episodes ago. So all of the previous ones, I think there's like 11 other ones, Theo, is that right?
About 11, yeah.
About 11. They're all just going to go up now, any sec. If you want to go really far back, listen to the podcast. Originally, we started this as a podcast, the Journeyman Questers, which you can. Oh, the backlog is immense in that. That's maybe another 30 or so episodes.
Yeah, it's a long
time ago. But if if you're loving this, you'll love the previous section. I think it goes back to maybe, I think you were about level 8 or 9. Level 7.
I think
maybe even level 7. And it's them entering the Aeocene Forest, and it's a big arc. That kind of section was all to do with druidic magic and clans of the forest and swamp folk.
You may have heard us talking about the legend of Zakai and a green dragon and a whole story there. Well, that is the story.
That's that whole section of the story. And
if you want to find out,
it also includes the Richter's arc of the library. That basically the first time he ever visited the Astral Library in his dreams, which is part of his Warlock pact with this Seeker, whatever the Seeker is. His first ever encounter in his dreamscape sleep thing happened, I think, the episode before we started the podcast. So essentially, it's the second time he gets there. First time he gets there, hardly anything happens. He just goes, and then he kind of sees random stuff and wakes back up. So there's that whole arc kind of playing out behind the scenes at the same time, which is really nice in conjunction with kind of all the other players doing what they do best. It's basically your backstory entire section, Rupert. Zook's backstory.
Lots of foresty goodness, and prime location for a druid. It was great fun.
Yeah, very different to where they are currently, being in the metropolis of Xanthar City, probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest, most densely populated area of the entire globe. A humble wood, a magical.
Well,
it's not a humble wood, is it really?
It's mystical and
it's very,
mysterious.
Very opposite in feel.
So I'm going to post in the chat the link to the playlist, which is all the live streams videos.
Great.
Yeah.
So obviously that's labelled episode 1 in YouTube. However, that's episode 1 of the streams that we started.
Yeah.
Whereas episode 1 in the podcast is right back level 7, 8 when they first entered the AS scene. I believe there's a roughly around 30 or so episodes of the podcast. There's still a few actually that we need to go back and release.
There is, yeah. We've got a day ahead of us, don't we, Tashi, just to finish off those.
Have a day of releasing the old episodes of the podcast. Oh yeah, what a fight! I was slightly worried there for a sec for Josh for Ruthus.
Yeah, briefly, yeah.
Especially not being here.
As soon as the whole monster thing came in, I was like, I think this might be okay.
Chris says back when we could be round a table. Yeah, so we've played maybe three or 4 or 5 sessions in the last 2 years since the pandemic started in person. Whenever we could, we've managed to. Obviously, the last session we played was a full day, bank holiday. We did a full day. That's split into 2 parts, which will go up on the stream. That's essentially the most recent one before this. The podcast, when the podcast first starts, it's pre-COVID and it's right through COVID. So some of the early episodes, we even make some jokes about this virus that's going around. We're like, I think it's Aiden that brings it up. Little did we know. Man. Little did we know.
Oh man, it would be interesting to go back and hear our thoughts on it early on.
I mean, we solely played in the flesh, in person.
Yeah.
And we only switched over to this method when we first started streaming. So episode 1, which we're releasing any sec.
I remember the weekly sweaty, everyone get your pizza in the oven. That was good.
Yeah, it was always
very hot.
round my flat, and my poor girlfriend would either try and leave or essentially be locked in the bedroom. Thank you.
Oh man, yeah. Big up to Amelia.
Big up to Amelia. She's not watching though. she's
oh yeah.
I think she watched the first. She watched a bit of the first stream and messaged me saying, "Stop biting your nails."
Oh really?
Yeah, that was it.
I didn't even notice.
Just picking up them bad habits.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, amazing.
We've got a bunch of other people watching. We do a classic dinners in the chat. If anyone's watching, comment into the chat and tell us what dinners you're having. What are you having for dinner?
Or if it's breakfast time, wherever you are.
That's true. Dinners in the most kind of lenient sense. Dinners of all kinds.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like having breakfast for dinner.
Yeah.
You're having a liquid dinner.
I like having some dinner style stuff for breakfast.
Yeah. Cold dinner for breakfast. Dinner for lunch.
Yeah, leftovers. 11s, 12s, lunch.
A good noodle soup
second
for
lunch.
breakfast.
We should really do a campaign where we all play hobbits.
Yeah.
We'll play halflings. That would be quite fun.
Yeah.
No, fuck halflings. I want to be a hobbit.
Yeah,
like the OG, right?
Chris. Yeah, it is really nice. Obviously, having the beach. However, what you won't miss about the beach is the horrific amount of people everywhere. Especially,
just don't be an idiot and don't go to Brighton Beach.
Yeah.
Go to any of the other beaches and it's fine.
Yeah, this is true. Oh.
I mean,
This
it's
cheese
it's
is
still
good,
a beach.
Rupert.
It's still a beach, isn't it? But you go to anywhere else in most of the country, and the beaches are just so much nicer than the south.
There's like satellite pictures of like a busy day in Brighton, and there's just like this teardrop of people coming out of the station and just pooling at the beach at the bottom of Queen's Road.
Oh wow!
They don't go any distance. They just walk right down from the fucking from the station and just pool at the
Straight
bottom
to
there.
Clock
It's
Tower,
disgusting.
Straight to Oceana, straight to the beach.
Yeah.
It's a who's who of human filth.
I remember when I used to go and drink down there.
Two Martins.
You guys talking about the third wave?
No, God, let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that.
Why are we talking about Nazis?
No.
No.
It's the Third Reich.
No, not on stream. Not on stream.
That's what it sounded like to me from downstairs. I've just dealt with my recycling and I'm ready to go. What's up?
Oh, very efficient.
Right, we're just waiting for Theo to come back, and then we'll carry on. Yeah, Hove Beach is definitely nicer, Chris. Me and Rick
Keep going down.
Me and Rick went for a swim the other day.
Come to Shoreham, and there's like 10 people.
Are you sure you want to say that, Mike? You
What?
may be inundated because of the millions watching.
All our fans.
They're going to fly from all over the world.
Yeah, the Shoreham Tourism Board's going to owe you a lot of money.
No, don't actually come here though.
Well, now it definitely
Oh,
comes.
like, it's nice. It's lovely. It's the best beach in the southeast. But don't come.
He's gatekeeping Shoreham
Mine.
Beach.
No, I just don't like people.
Shoreham? I hardly
No.
even know him.
Oh,
Mike, you're a dog. You like people you know, right?
Yeah.
Anyone you don't know, you're like, stranger! There's a stranger! Go away, stranger!
Wait a minute, this stranger's got treats. They're a friend.
right. So let's jump back into it then. The coins scatter once more to the ground, flowing like sort of a tide washing up against your feet, lying still and silent. And you all stand, breathing heavy, as Rufus and Sequarius Sequarius begin to slowly stand to their feet. Sequarius looking, still fairly injured. Rufus looking severely injured. Yeah, the amount of healing given to Sequarius is a significant portion of his entire health. So he's looking almost near full.
I'm just gonna step down and I'm gonna help Rufus to his feet. But while my hands are on him, I'm just gonna pour 20 points of lay on hands into him.
Very nice.
Very nice. Okay,
That's
let me
very
write that
generous.
down. So he's on 41. Rufus looks towards you and gives you a knowing nod, but then turns around and says, my blasted sunblade, it took it. And he's going to start rummaging to try and find the sunblade. Interestingly, the blinding light glowing from the coins is no longer there. So the disadvantage is no longer in place. He still rolled a natural 2. He doesn't find it.
I'm going to try. And can I see the staff?
Make me a perception check, Zook.
A 20.
Yes, yeah, it's quite easy to spot, especially for your eagle eyes. You walk over and scoop it up. You can see as you pick it up, it kind of like almost kind of does that as the leaves kind of shake out a little bit as it replumages its canopy once more.
I imagine a little flock of millimeter pigeons.
Some wood pigeons kind of like shoot out one side,
Nice.
but when they reach a certain like radius, maybe 3 or 4 inches away, they sort of disappear. They fade out.
Nice.
Who has my armor?
I believe possibly Dutch has the bag. No?
I believe
Dutch, I know I do still owe you a piece of armor, but might I be so rude as to ask for mine back?
Looking at Dutch, you can see he's wearing He's wearing mighty fine-looking orcish leathers
Dutch.
with like different coloured feathers down the backs of the arms.
Gracious, Dutch. You look marvelous.
Admire my plumage.
Now I witness you, all shiny in feathers.
I'd like to turn
what do you
to Tem.
I have my armor.
I presume you found what you were looking for, then. This here sword.
Em says, "Oh, he just nods."
Yunin walks over and he's kind of like, oh, are you both okay?
Well, I was a little bit dinged up, but fortunately we've got a druid who's pretty nifty at the healing magic.
I'm fine. We're all fine.
Yes.
So
My
you don't-
estranged brother's fists are quite the weapon.
Certainly Dutch dealt some damage to whatever that beast was. Now, I don't intend to hang around here much longer. I think we should try and gather what we can and be rid of this place in case any more danger. Sorry,
If you
Richter.
wouldn't mind, if you just wouldn't mind explaining, I'm still a little confused. I woke up in your dad's bed. Not like that, not like that. But I woke up with Elderwick. I learned that the lady of the house is selling everything, and now I find my good friends and noble companions. My noble
You're
companions
confused.
appear to be. Yes.
I think we're bloody confused. We woke up. We woke
I'm
up
stuck
and we
down here with my father's lover. God damn it!
we woke up in the Adriant, and you were nowhere to be found.
I was
Disappeared.
certainly something.
Nothing but your bedclothes.
Yes, I've done that before, but this time was quite the excursion. I will go into detail soon. It's to do with the Gith, but it does appear that my good friends and companions are sweeping a dying man's last gold coins into bags. Could anyone explain the context of these actions?
His dad killed my dad, so it's fair enough that I'm taking his shit.
Okay. Does Elderwick know that we're in here?
Elderwick was forthcoming with the knowledge of how to enter his vault. There was a little
that
persuasion involved, but I did say that he was leaving Yunin with nothing, and that he should at least allow him to have some coin of his own. It's clear that this new wife of his has no intent of such.
No, I think then that it sounds like this is the moral action.
Furthermore, this gentleman Tem, this fine-looking tiefling.
Yes, he is fine.
It turns out he is another of my half-brothers.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Elderwick setting up franchises. Bloody hell. Well, good to meet you, Tem.
A pleasure.
That there was a languorous quality to your voice there. It's not unperceived, but good to meet you. That's a fine blade.
Thank you. This is the reason I came here.
Tem, do you want to describe to Richter what you look like, as he hasn't met you before?
Ah, yes. So, standing around 7 feet tall.
Oh.
I'm now holding a sword which is approximately 1 foot longer than I am. Wearing, some pretty cool armor, to be frank, Tashi. Billowing hair. Somehow, it's not even windy down here, but his hair is kind of streaming behind his head in a way, which seems like it's animated by a breeze. Of course, he's got his beard quite neatly tied. Obviously, you don't want that to be swinging too much in battle, so keep that out of the way. And there's obviously some flasks attached to his waist. Yeah, he's pretty mean looking dude. Jet black skin, horns poking out of his head.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
And he just turns his head to one side of the house. Little glowing anime things appear in the air.
Richter, could you describe what you look like to Tem?
You see before you I believe, 6 foot tall, rather skinny and elongated figure. Humanoid, but certainly not
Wow.
human. His skin is mottled, a sort of yellowish color with brown patches here and there, almost like a giraffe, if such a thing existed in this world. Sort of like short, cropped, slightly spiked hair, eyes that burn with a viridian intensity. Currently wearing a beautiful set of bedclothes that he will very soon replace with fine plate armor in the style of a paladin. And there is a large, bright blood red halberd made of ruby clutched at his side.
Wow.
He also has no nose. Am I correct in that? There's no nose.
It's like kind of
Like a sort of Voldemort face.
it's quite a Voldemort-y style slit nose, yeah.
I have a slit nose. I can't snort any fucking thing.
What a terrible fate. What
Unin-
fate has befallen this man? What happened to his nose?
He's of a race that isn't common on the material plane. They're known as the Gith. It's a long story, but perhaps we should try and leave this place and discuss it over an ale.
That sounds very fine.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Zook doesn't look too good. I don't want to
But
linger
how do we
here.
get up?
I can still fly, I think. If anyone wants me to carry them.
Well, looking up, there's just ceiling, right?
It's just ceiling, yeah.
Oh! What? Where did the door go? Oh, wow. Well, now we're at an impasse.
What about? Well, I suppose we'll have to gather all the gold up, and take any possessions we want. There's a few things that maybe we could check out before leaving. There's that chest. There's still some chests that we haven't looked in, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a couple chests.
Yeah. And then I don't know. Elderwick was a musician. Perhaps we could have Sequarius here sing to the room to let us out.
Sequarius kind of steps forwards, holding his side. Who do I have to thank for helping me up once more? I went dark there for a sec.
Well, call it a favor repaid. You helped my hairy friend over there, so consider it equal.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, I don't think we should stick around here, but it might take a while looking through all this gold.
Yunin, do you have any idea of how long the vault will stay open?
Yunin kind of turns towards you. Well, Father's never let me in here, but he has spent an extended period of time in here, and the door stayed open.
So we might have some time to gather what we can. Those of us that need can rest. I don't know, if we work together, we could make hopefully fairly quick work of this coin.
Everyone knows how to count to 10, don't they?
That's a good way to start.
Yunin nods. Sequarius chuckles slightly. You hear him mutter like dock rats under his breath.
I'm going to sit down exactly where I'm stood and start counting coins.
Okay. So those of you that are going to short rest, I will say you're able to count coins while short resting. It's pretty menial.
Okay. Yeah.
Anything more than that, like looking through chests, things like that, you won't be able to.
I can imagine we're going through the coin, and if we get a magical item, we're just, like, obviously the dock rats are pocketing it, and we're asking for the other lot to give it us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all begin to sort of get to work counting coins, unless you want to look through chests prior to this.
I could do some preliminary checks on the chests, double check they're not trapped and things like that.
Cool.
Good idea.
See if they're not locked.
Roll me an investigation check then, please.
Okay. Don't fuck me! You fucked me! It's not too bad. A 15?
You check over both chests in the room, neither of which appear to be locked or trapped to your knowledge.
I will take a step back and ask others to step back. Step back, please. And I'll send forth my mage hand to open said chest.
You flick open the lid of the chest here, and it kind of tumbles open and more gold spills out.
Oh, it's just more gold.
In that one it is.
I'll try the other. Or do I have... Is this a separate investigation check?
I'll say the 15. The 15 was for both. You flick that one open as well with your mage hand. And I'd like you to roll another d12 for me, please.
Yeah.
Shower thing. 7.
7.
Ooh. What could it be?
What is it? Pixies. Thousands of pixies fly out.
Okay.
Blasted pixies!
Inside the chest appears to be some portraits. Flicking through them, you can see there are 5 portraits in there of various landscapes. They look
look mad.
They don't look to be magical on inspection.
They
There's
are
no glyphs or anything, but they look to be. The frames are very ornate. They look valuable.
Is the chest carryable?
It's pretty large, but 2 of you could potentially carry it.
Dutch could carry it, surely.
It's like a person-sized chest. It's really
Could we
big.
fasten it to Dutch's back? Is that possible?
You could. Do you have rope?
Dutch always has rope. Grappling hooks, baby.
Okay. Yep, you could, after the rest, fasten it to Dutch's back.
Hey, he's a dog.
Inspecting the shelves, unfortunately, the diamond dust that was in a jar has smashed, and it's just kind of powder has gone everywhere, and it's mingled in with the cracks in the floor.
Like trying to pick drugs out of a shag carpet.
Yeah, it's also mixed in with what looked to be kind of like a green-like dust, probably jade. That both of those have unfortunately smashed in the fight. However, you can write this down as things that you find. There is, bless you. Is
that diamond dust?
Write this in the bag of holding. 200 gold pieces of incense.
Nice, yeah.
1,000 gold's worth of oils and unguents.
Ooh.
A 20 gold piece amber rod.
Oh.
How much was that one? Sorry?
20 gold
The
piece
rod?
amber rod.
20 gold piece.
A golden reliquary.
Whoa, what the fuck? A what?
Reliquary. I'm writing it down, Mike. Don't worry, okay? I've got it.
Reliquary.
I'm writing it down in the...
A reliquary is like a kind of religious...
A thermos.
It's like a religious artifact.
Oh, not a thermos.
It's gold. You assume maybe worth at least 500 gold.
What was the value of the reliquary is
500.
500 gold.
And you find 3 large pearls worth 100 gold each in a small little pouch.
Nice.
All
They're not a
seemingly
tragedy
spell
to this.
How many pearls? Sorry, 2.
3.
3.
3.
Mhm.
And how much are they each?
100 gold.
100.
You spend the next hour counting coin, but the lot of you, there being 8 of you, it's boring work, but you're able to rest. So you can have a short rest, roll some hit dice if you want.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Remember to mark down that you've rolled those because you don't get them back for 2 rests, not just 1 rest.
I need to check something quickly in here.
they're not something tragic to all of this. I accept that Elderwick was a complex figure who did many things in his life that I will not defend, I say, sort of gesturing towards Dutch. But it was a voluminous existence, many travels and trials. And we have just, all of the assembled treasure we have just counted. How many years, how many miles were spent searching, gathering, collecting all of this? And in the space of, what, minutes, we have assembled it all, tallied it, pocketed it. Is there not something somber to this?
No, that's literally how me and my brother bought food the entire time we grew up. So, nah, mate, he's a rich cunt. Fuck him.
So,
Okay.
we're to loot this guy's hoard and just keep it for ourselves.
Yeah.
Union sort of steps forwards and
Okay,
and
fuck the old man. Let's take it.
Union kind of looks towards you, and I think maybe we should leave some for father.
He never
will have
left
to
me
pay.
anything.
He will have to pay for nurses. He will have to pay for his own burial, for God's
Oh.
sake. Let us not be heartless.
If I may speak,
We leave him the chest of gold. He keeps that, everything else.
I know not all of you are fond of our father, but I do intend to stay with him until he eventually dies. If you'll permit me some gold, perhaps myself and Yunin could arrange a proper burial and whatever is essential. And then
Well, that is what matters.
I do believe that, of course, Yunin, you are deserved of much of this wealth.
Well, that's going to come out of your 50%, says Aquarius. There were no
That's fine.
bargains
I'm sorry.
about leaving anything behind for other family members and sorts.
Who is this? Who is this Aquarius fellow?
It's Aquarius.
Well-
A pleasure. He sort of bows extravagantly, picking up his lute and slinging it over his shoulder. The party here
And
were in
you-
need of a musician, and so they hired me on their behalf.
So you're not here as a grieving or vengeful relative. You're here on a heist. Is that what you're saying?
That is exactly correct, yes.
And you're quoting terms now to these brothers.
Richter,
as they-
the terms have already been agreed, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
All right, if that's fine with you, then I have no qualm with it. I was merely looking out for your interests. But
So Aquarius,
Take
of
what's
course
yours.
we will stick to our bargain. But remember, perhaps you shouldn't be so free with your tongue. You are alone down here with all of us, as it is.
Roll me an intimidation.
Wow.
oof.
Which I am
Ken
proficient in.
pops out his spines at the same time.
Sorry, not proficient. I've got advantage.
You've got advantage.
Actually, with your green
Right.
screen, it looked like you just drank from reality. That was really
Yeah.
cool.
An unnatural,
Oh, yes.
I drink the
Unnatural
DM
20.
piece, an unnatural
Oh,
20.
very nice, Dylan.
You can see he smiles, but there's almost like that little trickle of sweat, like down, like running sort of into his eye.
Like Total Recall.
Yeah.
And as I look at him seriously, I just broaden a large toothy smile.
Well, certainly new tricks that you've got up your sleeve. As he looks towards both of the brothers, Dylan and Dutch.
Anyway, there's going to be plenty of gold to go around. Even half of this will be more than enough for us, and to put whatever needs to be put in order with regards to Elderwick.
Finishing counting the gold, there is 16,000 gold pieces. all in
Fuck me. Fuck.
Ouchie.
You split it into 50-50. and
That's like Ingmiri's economy.
Sequarius, walking over to his share, begins piling it into his bag of holding, pouch by pouch.
He came
Yes, we
prepared.
did.
He has his
Yeah,
little
We've got a bag of withholding.
Is that what
What
we're
is that?
using? Okay.
That's what we're
Well,
using.
I mean- Go on.
Yeah, that's yeah. I think Zeke's got it. So
Well,
How
Zook's
much
good
do
with
you-
animals, so.
$1,000 for the funeral.
Yunin, you know the capital better than we do, at least currently. How much do you think it will be? How much do you think it will cost to put Father's affairs in order?
I think 1,000 would do it. I appreciate you staying, Dylan, with me and Father until the end.
Of course. We have ways to travel quickly across the land, thanks to Zook here. Perhaps when the time comes for my fellows to leave, if the time has not quite come, then Zook could always return to collect me, if it wouldn't be too much to ask, Zook.
Aye, no problem. None at all.
I do not need much gold. Perhaps just enough to fund my search. I wish to seek out my mother.
Do you have an idea of where she might be?
I'm not entirely sure, but I believe one of the divine realms.
Well, that sounds like it might include planar travel. Therefore, where you are on the material plane doesn't matter. My offer still stands, Yunin. You have a place in Ingmiri if you so wish to come with us.
Perhaps.
We could even, of course, if you think it might be agreeable, we could take Father to Ingmiri. I know that this is his home, but he never really had a true home. And he is just a feeble old man now. I know that there are Dutch. I know that your feelings are ill towards him. But at least he deserves some comfort for the last living days of his life.
Yunin sort of turns and looks towards you, Dutch, and then to you, Tem. Kind of inquisitively. Almost awaiting maybe your opinion or your way in as essentially half brothers.
I do not know these people, but I may travel with them for a time. I have no opinion if you come along or not.
What of Father? Will you stay? Or travel with him until the end?
I think he just shakes his head.
Very well.
Well, whatever happens to him happens, doesn't it? Realistically,
It's already over.
Perhaps it's best that I stay here with Yunin, at least. And for Yunin's sake. I can't
I've
imagine
got
what
some
it's
things I still need to do anyway in the city. So while we're all here,
We have some time. Yunin, do you have any idea how long he might last? I know this is a sensitive subject.
Yeah, it's okay.
But-
The doctor that came round last said days, but that was 2 weeks ago. He's clinging on much longer than I think anyone thought. I don't know, he could Could be weeks. Could be weeks more. Could be hours. I shouldn't have even come down here and left him. I should get back. How are you to leave this place?
Well, we are maybe hoping you would know.
I've not been in here before. I assume fly back up. I could take... he's got a 6th level spell slot left. I believe he can cast fly...
I mean, I can...
6th level, so he can cast it on 4 people.
I can get myself up there. And I can probably take others.
Well, should we try and see if there is at least a way out first before we start using up our resources? I'll summon Ook, and I'll just give him a little bit of seed. Actually, no, a dead mouse, of course. He's an owl.
That was a pigeon.
And he'll fly up and see if there's an exit.
Like up into the ceiling? Or
Yeah.
just- you watch as
Fly up to the ceiling.
Ook vanishes through the ceiling.
Hmm.
And you see through his eyes, he is now in the black void. Roll me a perception check.
Okay. What's an owl plus 3?
Check for you.
I think I've got it.
An owl is...
I've got it.
A
plus 3.
Yeah.
18?
Looking around walking through Ook's eyes, you only see the faint light circular hole of the previous door. Nothing else.
That's where we came from.
Mm-hmm.
The exit still stands. Yeah. We could fly back through if that's our preferred method.
Aye. Zook is just going to go around the room and just really carefully look and see if there's anything we missed in the walls, in the floor. If there's any kind of hint of something extra that might be down here.
Roll me a perception check.
Well, that's a natural 19 plus 15, so a 34.
Whoa.
Scouring the room, you've gathered up all of the gold by now into various pouches, piles, chests, things like that. You notice in this corner here, etched very, very kind of delicately into the floor, looks to be a teleportation circle.
Ah. That's interesting. Someone could get in and out. Rector, do you think you could memorize that or do a quick sketch of it?
Absolutely. Let me begin to sketch it. Should I do a performance for that?
With enough time, you can sketch it out adequately. It's not
Done.
too complicated to do like a symbol.
Cool.
Nice.
Would I be able to decipher whether or not this is a teleportation circle that you would teleport to or teleport from?
You certainly can. Roll me an
How
Arcana
would I-
check. Sorry. Yeah, roll me an Arcana check.
Sure. A 19?
Your knowledge of arcane sigils, there are such things as permanent teleportation circles, which are teleported to. You don't require a teleportation circle to teleport from. Unless it's one that's permanent and like the one in the embassy where it's larger and it's permanently there, so that you kind of cast the spell and part of the spell is drawing the sigil that it matches and you go to it. So this would only work getting to it. It's just an innate etched one on the ground.
Oh,
You
if we ever
imagine
need to.
you imagine your father in a pinch could teleport to here if he needed to. Equally, you imagine that he he can fly quite easily, and he can teleport. So the likelihood of him just leaving this place via one of those means is probably he never needs to go back out the way he's come.
No.
And it's also quite a good stop for potential theft.
Yep. So I'll relay this information. Shall we
I
make our
could
way?
teleport. I mean, I could. Oh, yes. Go ahead.
Yes, if we so choose, we could return to this place. I can't.
I mean, it's quite a secure location. If we ever need to keep anyone hidden for a time, this could be quite useful.
Yes, and no one. This is true. If we ever need to return to the city.
Well, it's been lovely, but I should be getting back. He walks over to Sequarius walks over to you, Dutch, and extends a hand.
As I go to take his hand, I'd like to pat him down to make sure he's not hiding anything that isn't just gold on him.
Go for it. Make me a little sleight of hand check.
Oh. Yeah, so that's a 6.
You pat him down, and he kind of looks at you, patting him. Well, easy does it there.
Dutch.
Not
That's
interested.
not how it's done. And I go over and I just give him a thorough fucking patting down.
Roll an investigation check. He just raises his hands. He's like,
And in the bag.
23, I think. Check.
You find what look to be some scrolls of kind of documents and things in pouches in the side of the pouch, but they don't look to be from here.
No.
No, you don't find anything like he's stolen anything.
Well, business is business. I'm sure you understand, Sequarius.
Perfectly.
And then, I do shake his hand properly and go, well, a job well done all the way around, isn't it?
He puts a hand on your shoulder and says, as I said before, I'd recommend either leaving this place or perhaps solving the issues that you have already. I want nothing to do with it, and if Eldamar asks, we never had any deals.
Yep, fair enough.
Fair enough. He turns into a parrot and flies up towards the circle. Mm-hmm. Seeing your owl pass through the ceiling, he now just flies out, similar.
So, Zook? I shall presume, yeah.
Well, Yunin, you take as many as you can.
Yunin looks towards the three brothers, his three brothers, and he's going to cast...
Is the flight he cast still active on
It
me?
won't be anymore. He casts fly on himself, so it's 6 levels, so he can cast it on... Oh no, can he cast it on 4 other people? Hang on. 3rd level is himself, 4th, 5th, 6th... No, himself and 3 others.
I can get out of here other ways.
He's going to cast...
If need be.
he's going to cast fly on himself, Tem, Dylan, and Dutch. You all kind of begin to ripple and lift off the ground.
I'll turn to Richter and say, "Climb on board. I'll keep Rufus in the talons if that's all right with you." And then I will turn into a...
Rufus, being quiet most of this time, turns and gives you a knowing nod.
I turn into a greater giant eagle whose feathers are increasingly white. More and more, he seems to just be this mainly white feathered eagle, and pops his talons around Rufus's arms and just like lifts him off the ground as Richter sits astride my back.
Okay.
And
With
head for
that,
the ceiling.
you all, although Richter, you're riding. That's fine. You all managed to make your way out of Elderwick's vault. 8,000 gold richer, and with a bunch of magic items. I should say you would have also taken that hat with you, so write down wizard's hat in your inventory as well.
Sure.
Did
I'll
we
put
not
that in my
find
inventory.
anything else in the piles of gold?
No, that was it.
Cool.
The
Wizard hat.
D12 roll was what you found, but equally a lot of those numbers were you disturbed the pile. That was the thing.
Makes sense.
So you got pretty lucky. Rolled that one. Right at the beginning. So
I'm scared.
You fly your way out, and you make your way back up into Elderwick's mansion. What are you going to do with the last little bit of today? It's late in the evening.
Can we go and party?
Rufus does say, Rufus would say it's maybe about. It hasn't taken you that long to do this. You've rested an hour, so it's maybe about 8 o'clock. And Richter and Rufus would know that the meal was now. So you could potentially get there, but you'd be maybe an hour late.
A meal.
Just Rufus was going.
Was it just? Oh, it was just Rufus. Yeah. Oh, it was. Sorry, it was
like a
Zook.
sit-down
Zook,
dinner.
Not Richter. Well, it's with the higher echelon, and they need to barter some kind of deal. Although they kind of said this was more important, so they don't. They
whine.
have to go.
Well, Rufus didn't really sound that keen on it, but the way that we see... Oh, I'm a fucking eagle, aren't I? I was probably going to... No, actually, no. I'll turn back into Zook at the top. Well, listen. I was suggesting that possibly we might find some friends amongst this vast sort of human forest that seems to have cropped up here. Friends that might help us with our situation in the... Is it the west or the north towards the Varamark?
I believe it's the west.
It's the west, but on the world map, it would technically be the south. The Elven Empire of the Moon rotates
Twisted.
it.
Yeah.
Because they want to put themselves in the middle and have the stuff on the sides and above, rather than have it. Anyway, I mean, you don't know the reason, but they changed it.
But it's the west to us.
It's
So
to do with where the moon rises rather than where the sun, basically.
okay. So perhaps we might find someone to aid us, send forces, send information, something to help us with our plight against is it Malik, Vishik, the Cobalt Deceiver, and whatever this Shadow Lich is. It's an option. I mean, we'll be late, but perhaps we could help. I feel pretty beat up, though. What do you think, all of you?
Well, I believe the invitation only was extended to yourself and Rufus.
We can talk our way in, surely. Between Rufus's high standing and Richter's silver tongue, I imagine we can all get ourselves in there.
Stuff I want to do anyway, to be honest, and go to a party.
Well,
We party.
Okay. In that case, as we're going to wrap up pretty soon, who's heading where, so I can sort of wrap this up on a cool ending?
I'll
Dylan,
say
options
you're
work
staying
on.
for now with Yunin.
Yeah.
Dutch, where are you headed?
I'm gonna go and look at this armor that I'm wearing, so I'm gonna go back to our
You're going to
place.
go back to the rooms. Cool.
Yeah.
Zook.
I'm
Is
gonna
anyone going to the
I'm
dinner?
gonna fucking take take Rufus and whoever else wants to come to fly over the city.
To the meal, cool.
Get there real quick, so we're not too late.
Yes,
Richter?
the idea of a state dinner sounds very fine to me, and my silver tongue might get us places.
Okay, and Tem.
He goes to the party, muttering about hunger and a need for a glass of wine.
He wants to go to the nobles ball as well. Okay.
He wants to go and make a scene, I should imagine.
In that case,
I
for
don't know
the
sure.
sake of finishing up here, I'll fast forward a little as you make your way
We'll
in the different
Yeah,
directions.
I'll say that if Union's okay to hold down the fort, I'll say, does he have a way to get to contact?
He has the raven. Oh no, you have the raven, but you could give it to
I gave the raven to Aureus.
You did.
Does he have sending or anything?
He doesn't have sending, no.
I'll tell him that I'll
I
return in
think
the morning.
sending's
But I'm gonna. Union, if you don't mind, I would like to return with Dutch. I think there are some things that he must attend to, and I do not feel comfortable leaving him to do so on his own. I will return on the morrow, and we can give him some of the. If we give him we're going to give him the 1,000 gold for the free funeral stuff, and then I don't know however much he needed or wanted.
He didn't say.
Should we give him 1,000?
Should we give him 2 and then we get a neat 5 out of it? So if we give him 3,000 total, the Gypsies of Fortune keep 5.
That's very gracious.
Well, Tem wants a cut, surely.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
doing this. Oh shit! Yeah.
Why don't we give?
Tem
Let's
said
give.
he only wants what's his consistently.
Yeah.
Union says 2,000 is far too much.
So we'll give him
Seeing the gold, he might have had a
1,500.
change of heart.
We'll give Union 1,500.
Okay.
So 500 for himself, and then, he splits it however.
Yeah. He's just gonna use what he will from that.
You only said you wanted your sword, so you've got that.
I think we should give Tem some gold as well. I know that he did help us, nonetheless,
Did you?
in access. Yes, he helped fight off those undead fiends, and he used his skills to break into the vault.
Yeah, okay, maybe you can have some money then.
Yeah.
How much do you want, Tem? What would Tem do in this situation?
Oh, hard question. Enough to pay my way at this party, and enough to get back to my house.
Not much then, really, but
Yeah, here you go, have 100 gold. You're a baller for an evening.
Right.
Okay.
a drink is like a cop piece.
So mark
He,
off.
he just
a
flips.
silver piece.
He flips like a very large gold piece into his pocket, sheathes his sword,
Ding.
walks away in the direction of the feast.
Okay, so you're heading to the feast. Dylan and Dutch are heading back to the apartment first. So, as you head back sort of to the Andrion, you split off. I imagine Zook and everyone else going to the party, are you rushing?
So I was going to say, instead of turning back into a bird, I'm going to cast Windwalk, so we can literally just zip there.
Okay.
So it'd be a minute, zip, and then another minute to
Is
turn
it
back.
everyone or is it just 6 people?
It's 7. It's me and another 6. No, oh fuck, no, it's
think it
10
might
other
just-
people.
Is it like, yeah, is it 10?
It's like significantly large numbers of people, I think. It's either 7
Who
in
are
total
these people?
or 11.
Yeah, I'm
But
wrapping up
I think
anything.
I would explain to Tem that we could get there real quick if he wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah, me and up to 10 willing creatures.
You all transforming into wind, fly off together. Tem finding it a weird experience at first. Flies off towards, kind of following everyone else. the Dylan and Dutch, you branch off, heading back to the Cinnamon Inn. Heading up the stairs and entering your kind of lounge area where all of your various others kind of peel off from various rooms. The door is slightly ajar, and creeping in as you push it open, you can see a corpse or someone face down in the middle of your room. You can see a candle burning low, sitting on the table, and a piece of parchment, quill and ink resting on the desk.
I'm going to go over and have a look.
Approaching slowly, lit by the candlelight, you can see the body lying face up, blood pooled around. The body of... Let me get the exact name correct.
Who is this? Oh, it's not our little butler man, is it?
The body of Finenia Quell, the Cardinal of the Lunar Gate.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
Oh dear.
On the desk,
Oh god!
written in the blood of the Cardinal, is a letter signed Eldama. You read it.
Ooh.
I will send you the actual written letter, but just
Yes.
for now, as a last kind of moment, you read it, you skim read it, and it talks of them having Celeste in their custody, and how Dutch owes them big time. Written
Oh.
is a list talking exactly what they want, and it would appear that they are after something known as the Cubic Gate, an item that they wish you to take from a wealthy merchant group. Just getting my exact requirements up. A wealthy merchant group called the Guild of Midnight Mercers. You have heard of this guild. They are one of the leading, richest guilds in the city. She requires you to break in and steal this Cubic Gate from the estate of the Guild of the Midnight Mercers.
Oh, yes. All right.
And that is where we'll end today's session.
Heists on heists.
The heist is on,
Holy fucking shit.
and there is
Come on,
time
boys.
not to waste. So with that, thank you all for watching. Join us next week for the next exciting installment of The Journeyman Quester. Don't forget to check out all of the stuff, all of the previous episodes we're just about to put up, or are they up?
They're all up. They're all
They're
up.
all up. Check out the
Hey.
previous episodes on YouTube.
We've got vids.
And yeah, good luck.
And
Gypsies
check
and
us out on
Fortune.
Tuesday as well. Tune in on Tuesday.
Oh yes, that was it. Next, I knew there was
Or-
something. Next
Yeah,
Tuesday,
for our player
it's,
round table.
it's going to be you and
Aiden and Josh.
Aiden and Josh, aka
Yes.
Dylan, Richter, and Rufus Suncrest himself. Exciting,
Shooting the shit.
exciting stuff. Thanks
Round
again,
table discussion.
Martin, for joining us as Tem.
Thank you.
Martin, are you
Wonders.
able to join next week? It's up to you whether Tem kind of splits at this point or joins for the heist.
I shall do my level best. I'll come to the party at least.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah.
Of capacity.
Okay, in that
You may be
case,
hungover.
Right.
thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
We love you.
Peace out.
Bye.
Thanks for
Good shit.
the
Cheers,
people
Chris.
raiding
Adios.
us. That was sick. I wonder how we raid someone else before we turn it off. I've never done it. Can someone else do it?
I think
don't
we
know
need
how.
to be. I think we need to be Twitch affiliates. Is that right?
You do /raid
Oh.
in someone else's chat. Chris is letting us know.
Where?
Chris,
Yeah,
let us
search
know.
for a-
We've never done it.
No.
No,
he
no,
said.
we just imagine we just went
You've
forward
got it
slash
all
raid
wrong.
in someone's chat.
Did help.
In our
That'll be
own chat?
entertaining.
I need to be
Do we-
logged. Someone needs to be logged into the actual Journeyman Questers.
Oh, okay, really?
Do we?
Yeah, I'm not logged into the actual Journeyman
Oh,
Questers
okay.
stream. So
I see.
let's
Do we do a slash on our dinners in the chat?
let's
Do we
get dinner.
take a slash on our dinners?
Did anybody post their dinner except me anyway?
I need to sign out and sign in again to do this. Let's
Maybe
give it a go.
we can give it a go next week, or do we need to do it now?
We don't need to do it now. I just feel like we should get in the habit of doing
We should,
it
yeah.
and figuring it out. I'm so busy
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
all of the
for sure.
DM stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to
What's
be
our
more an
username? Is it
editor,
just Journeyman Questers, right?
It's the Journeyman Questers.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The journeyman question.
And our password is no.
Maybe you send it to me. If you, I don't actually know what
I
it
don't
is.
know. I'm gonna stop the stream now because I've got to go. But
Fair enough, yeah, me
we'll
too.
do it
Next
next time.
time.
We'll do it next time. Thanks everyone for watching. Peace out.
dude.
Guys.